Okay. All right. We're playing a fun little game, chat. It's called Is Everything Working? Please take part in this game with me where you tell me if everything's working, because I don't know if it is. For context, I haven't done multi-streaming in a long time, and I'm using new software, so I don't know if it's working correctly. So please do let me know. Everything's working? Okay, so everyone can hear and see me on YouTube and Twitch. I've just said this in the YouTube chat. YouTube chat won't be on screen. Apparently, Twitch has a law in their terms of service that you can't have like a combined Twitch chat on your stream. Apparently, that's against TOS. So either I have just the Twitch chat on screen, I have both on screen as separate boxes, or I have none at all. At the minute, I'm just going to do Twitch, but I may well change that later down the line. I just want to get sort of sure this works first. Let's turn that down a little bit, please. It's a bit too loud. But we should... It sounds like everything's well. Everything's good. Good. Okay. I can see every chat, so don't worry. I will see all your messages. You can tell me I smell. I'll see the message. I might not read it out, but I'll see it at the very least. I hope you're all doing well. I will begin in just a moment. I'm still recording this for the VOD channel. I haven't decided what I'll do with VODs if I'm already streaming on YouTube. We'll see. My eyes are looking at a ginger man, so I guess it's working. Yeah, I think that's working then. If you green screen yourself, you would be right over Dallas's crotch. I would be. I'm covering his medic bag right now. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Okay. I think we should be good to pretty much get started. I made the wise decision of loading up my my Payday 3 before the stream started, because I had a funny feeling that it would take a while to load up the game on Xbox, and it did. But we've got it sorted. Okay, let's mute this for a second. So, just for a moment, hello everyone. I hope you are all well. I'll go to this scene just for a second before we get started. So, if you are on the YouTube side and you haven't seen me stream before, or didn't know that I stream, I do normally stream. There is no sound for Twitch alerts. There we go. Ding. We need that. Thank you very much. I don't think it'll be YouTube alerts, but there will be Twitch ones. Like I said, this is early days. If you don't already know, I stream a lot over on Twitch, twitch.tv/RedArcherLive. I mentioned it in a lot of videos, so I imagine you know this by now. But I tried multi-streaming a little while ago, but it was with Streamlabs, and it was expensive, and I don't have the money. I mean, for the YouTube people, if you do want to support me and you've never known how to, there is a donation link in the description of the stream. It's the best way to support me, and right now, both chats, I would appreciate that, but I'm not going to constantly peddle it. I'm here to stream and talk about Payday, but your support would be appreciated. Point being, it was too expensive to keep up, but I know there's been some free software come out recently that I know both Liz from the Starbreeze team and Safi Abacus have been using. So I thought, hey, I'll give that a try. So I'm trying it now. And if this works, I don't see why I couldn't multi-stream everything, even if it's not Payday 3 stuff. Like, I would very much like to just keep up the multi-streaming. It'd be cool. So let me know. But we should be good. So let's get over here and make sure everything sounds okay. Everyone can hear and see everything. The game sounds all right. I'm all right. Audio balance is all right. Any problems, let me know. TikTok streams when. Fun fact, I actually can do a vertical stream with this software, so I could stream to TikTok if I wanted to. I absolutely could. Oh, I like how Safi popped up in both chats to say, yo, the multi-stream. I see what you did there. Is it sounding good? We'll get properly into the stream, and I'll explain what's happening in just a second. I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me and can see me. I can hear the game. I can see the game. Everything is okay. Is everything fine? Is everything functioning? Can you tell I'm shitting myself in case something breaks? Is it all good? Sounds good on both platforms? Okay, good. If any of you see any problems, if there's frame drops, audio issues, anything like that, don't hesitate to put it in the chat, and I will keep an eye out for it.
Is a machine that
okay?
goes ding.
Okay, cool. So, folks, if you don't know what we're doing here, I mean, the YouTube title will make it a bit more obvious. What I thought we'd do, since I haven't done a Payday 3 stream for Twitch in just over a week, but also haven't done one on YouTube for a while, I thought the best way to do this would be to talk about the news, while we play Payday 3, and just get people's thoughts on what's been going on in the last week, because it's been a busy week, in fairness. We started getting teasers for Fear and Greed. We got the dev update today for Fear and Greed. We found out that Mio is no longer the game director, and Almir and Andreas have taken over. We got a Payday 2 update yesterday. They got a hotfix today. And we also have a look at the armor changes coming to Payday 3 in December. It has been a busy week, and if you take it as like a 7-day time span from, say, Tuesday this week to Monday next week, we've also got the final chapter of Payday 3 Year 1. Like, it's a crazy span of 7 days. It's lovely considering we had like 6 months without a heist at the start of the year. So I'm getting whiplash a little bit, but it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. So what we're going to do in this stream is I'm going to chill and play some Payday 3. Might do some solo stealth for a little bit. I know people like to join the game and all that, and that's fine. If you do want to send me a friend request on Nebula, you can see my name up here. My policy is I will accept your friend request if I see your name in the chat at the same time as on my screen. That's how I'm doing it. Even if I might recognize the name, if I don't see you in chat at the same time, I'm not going to accept it. Because I'm trying to at least artificially have a bit of a cap on the name so it doesn't go crazy over the top. That's what I'm trying to do. So what I might do is do a solo stealth to get started. Even if I fuck it up, it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, if you don't see me stream on Twitch, I swear on streams. Shocker. Oh, thank you very much, Game Freak, for the £5. Thank you. What's your message? Let's see. Hang on. Hang on.
Keep fixing. We need enough for breakfast.
It's been a bit since I've been able to catch your stream. Nice to see you again.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. It's been a bit since I've streamed, to be fair. I haven't streamed all week till now. But yeah, so we'll do a little bit of a solo stealth, and I want you guys to throw some questions, throw some thoughts at me about all the stuff that's happened in the last week. Well, we've got a lot to talk about, and I assume I'll probably naturally go over a lot of it anyways, but I would still greatly enjoy just getting your thoughts, getting your questions. What's your favourite 11th Doctor quote since you have a Matt Smith sub-alert? Oh, I don't know. His speech in The Rings of Akaten is probably one of his best bits, so can I say a speech? That'll do. Okay, so if we're doing a solo stealth, I'm going to change the outfit. That mask scares me. I don't know if people have realised this, but if you haven't, that eyeball follows you around when you move the mask. If you haven't realised that, I'm sorry. You're probably going to shit yourself now, but just look at that next to my camera. The eyeball follows you. It's horrifying. Also, I noticed, I said this in my video, I should have just loaded up my game and I'd have known. The waifu mask has gone back in rotation. I didn't know that, see? So that should mean when the update comes out on Monday, straight away we'll get new masks of the week. Which is good, which is good. But it's a last chance to get the waifu mask, the most popular one, if you haven't got it. I imagine everyone's got it by this point, right? I imagine they have. I imagine so. But you know what? We'll put the waifu mask on just to commemorate the occasion. Let's go for a boy in blue. Let's go for it, even though it's a girl. Girl in blue outfit. Let's do it. Thank you very much for the follow on Twitch from Jackal4554. Okay, I need some bluish gloves. There we go. Cool. All right. Is this a suppressed gun? Yes, it is. Is this a suppressed gun? No, it's not. Fixed. There we go. Got a few guns I still need to level up, to be fair. Right, what heist shall we solo stealth? What should we do? I want something I'm not going to completely suck ass at, but also has a bit of challenge. Let's give Under the Surface a go, but I'll do it. I'm going to do it on a lower difficulty just to warm up, because I've got to try and get used to streaming, playing the game, and reading 2 chats at the same time. So I'll do Under the Surface on hard. Give me a couple of extra pages, bit more forgiveness, and just get used to this shit, man, because I'm a little bit scared of having this many people watching. I don't know how many people are watching, actually. Shall I check and shit myself? That'd be quite funny. 60 on Twitch and 140 on YouTube. Oh, my God. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hi. Okay. Let's bring along the dumpster secure point. Yeah. No. Zipline back. That's what we want. Cool. Let's go. All right. Oh, no, I'm not going to do a stealth bet on Twitch just yet. If the YouTube viewers, we have stealth bets on Twitch sometimes where I basically make people bet whether I'll pass or fail in a certain number of goes. Let me get you used to this first, and then we'll go. Then we'll go from there, okay? Then we'll go from there. I really am getting visual overload slightly seeing how many people there are on my screen chat-wise. I've just got 2 boxes, and I'm just like, I'm trying to keep up with it, and my eyes are struggling. Okay, they need to patch that for real, man.
Let's get this party started.
All right, so now we're settling in ever so slightly. Let's get some questions, let's get some thoughts. If you've asked me a question, I've missed it, feel free to put it in chat again. General policy is just don't put it every other message, because then it's spam, and that's annoying. Don't be a silly poo-poo head. I know, the real serious threats come on this stream. Alright, come on, there we go. Come on, Shimon. Let's just take the cams out. Or they're not Titan cams, so that means that I could... Oh, wow! I've not heard that alert in a fucking while. Ziap guy just became a tier 2 member on YouTube. That's nuts. Thank you, dude. I don't promote the Patreon and the memberships enough. And the reason being for that is that I don't feel like I can offer you guys enough perks for them. So some people have still been supporting on there for a while, and I really appreciate it. But especially with the kind of content I've been making recently for Payday, I can't really offer early access, so I don't really know what benefits to offer on those platforms, if that makes sense. So if you're supporting me on there, on Patreon or memberships, you obviously get some emotes for chat. But beyond that, you're more just doing it to support me, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you to anyone who does that. Okay. So, let's get some questions in. Do you like the crossover characters, or do you prefer original characters, said Joshua Weston. I like both. I think the game succeeds really well when there's a good mix of both. They don't go overly on the crossover characters, but they don't also at the same time just go all original. Oh, wow, Joshua Weston just became a member as well. Friggin' hell. Thank you very much. Oh, shit. Like for me, the thing we got to remember now is Andreas said when I interviewed him last year, they were going to do no collaborations for the first year. I don't think I need to remind you all, the first year is about to end. So that means, I'm going to leave the bag here for the time being, actually. My strategy is, if you don't know, this is just a little tip, because it took me a little while to realize this. When you're in search mode, guards don't care about broken cameras. So if I take out the cameras as we go along, and just take out guards that see them, I can basically whittle down the guards until we get into search mode, and then I'll have a few guards wandering around and no cameras. And I don't have to take out the security room. So it's win-win. Feels like a pretty good strategy, that. I don't know. I need to also be careful I don't take out too many cams, though, because if guards freak out and go to multiple cameras, then I'm in trouble. So, yeah, for me, I mean, I know everyone is asking for Jacket to come back. Like, is it sacrilege to say I'm not the biggest, like, Jacket super fan? I don't dislike him. I think he's a cool character, but I'm not, like, pining for his addition the way a lot of other people are.
Did anyone else see that? I'll take that.
Bitch. So, like, I know people really want Jacket back, and that's fair. Like, a point I've been making a little bit recently when I've been talking about game decision choices, things like that, is that the thing to remember is Payday 2, Payday 3, Payday in general is a franchise driven by community. And a point I've been making a few times recently is that when we have game decisions and additions and things like that are made for Payday 3, you're never going to get everyone to agree on things. Like, that's a fool's errand. It's never going to happen. But what you should do for a game like this that is so community driven is listen to the majority of people. If 80 to 90% of the crowd are telling you they want something, it's worth listening. And that's why, like, you know, I won't go into tons of detail about the ammo funnel nerf. I know it'll probably come up at some point during the stream because we'll probably talk about the game director switch and whatever. We'll come to that. But, you know, there will always be people who like decisions that are made, and there will always be people who dislike decisions. But if, like, people who say that, you know, it's about bullying the devs into doing things for you, no, it's not. It's about it's about people vocalizing what they want in the game. Some people don't know how to do that respectfully, and that needs to be knocked off. People need to be respectful when they complain about things. But majority should rule. This is a series where the devs and the community have always been quite closely knit, and I think if you don't use that to its fullest potential, you're kind of wasting the way this community works. So if, for example, a lot of people are saying add Jacket, if I was Starbreeze, I'd be going, right, let's add Jacket, because people really want him back. And characters as well are one of those things where, like, if you don't like the character, just don't play as them, you know? I mean, you could argue you'll hear them in the game in your party, but I'm sure you can put up with that, you know? You never heard me whinging over H3H3 being in the game properly. I was never the biggest fan of theirs. I was just like, alright, they're in the game. So, yeah, I think it's good to listen to the majority. There's obviously, like, limits to that, and the majority, as long as the majority aren't being arseholes about it, basically, then I think that's the right way to do it. That's my take. So, to answer your question, crossovers definitely should happen. There needs to be a bit of pace in between them so that there's, you know, a lot of original stuff too. You don't want Payday 3 to turn into Fortnite, which I don't use as an insult, because I really like Fortnite, but I don't like when other games try to emulate each other. Like, and that's the thing in the gaming industry. When some game does something that's really popular, it's kind of convention. Thank you, Zap Guy, for subscribing on Twitch. You've just subbed on Twitch and become a YouTube member. That's commitment. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, you can become a member. If you're watching on Twitch, you can subscribe. But in both streams, below the Twitch stream, there's a donation button, and in the YouTube description, there's a donation button. If you want the best way to support me, that's the way, because I'll get the most cut out of that. As example by Toast Malone. Toast Malone!
Pennies, pounds, anything you
What's your message?
We need enough for breakfast.
I am looking forward to the UI overhaul. Always felt like the menu seems like some sort of cheap early access menu. What's your thoughts on how it will be executed?
Yeah, do you know what? Thank you for the £3. Yeah, as I was saying, Toast really timed that absolutely perfectly. Yeah, donations are the best way to support me. I get about 50% of the subs from Twitch, and I think it's 60% for the YouTube memberships or something. So if you want to support me financially, donations are the best way. But whatever suits you is fine with me. Times are very tough at the minute, and any support would be really appreciated. I know that sounds like a whingy bitch, but it is necessary to say because it's fucking true. My actual job is I'm a tutor in between this, and I had a whole summer with basically no lessons, so I was scrounging for money. When I was in Venice, I could barely afford anything. It was only because I prepaid for that I was able to go. I couldn't really spend much there. So I'm getting a few more lessons now, but it's kind of like a cascade. I have to wait a little bit for that to come in, so any support in the meantime would be appreciated. Anyway, to answer your question about the UI overhaul, do you know what was really funny? When I first played... Fancy, thank you. Thank you very much. There's a lot of hoops going on here. I can't believe the fucking Life on Mars quote is still my alert for that. Oh my god, there's more memberships coming in. Thank you, Hanamaki, for the Payday 2 tier, and Lord Jesus Christ for following me on Twitch. So, right, fucking hell. Okay, my point. UI for Payday 3. When I first played it, I didn't mind the UI. I thought it was fine. I know people immediately made the Call of Duty comparisons, but I personally didn't really give a shit. I think what's happened over time is the more I've played it and the more I've looked at other games, I've gone, do you know what? It is a bit derivative. It is a bit basic. I don't hate it. My biggest problem with the UI, I was talking about this on Twitch recently. I'm walking around because I'm trying to remember which rooms I've searched and which ones I haven't, to be honest. I'm having a bit of a slow moment. And I'm also conscious of guards, but I think I've dealt with all the upstairs ones at the minute. But I feel like my biggest problem with the UI is very picky, but it's in the inventory section for your guns and your suits. I don't like that it's 2 across and then loads of rows down. Because for me now, especially now there's more guns and suits in the game, it takes you ages to scroll down and find the things you're looking for. That's my biggest thing. That's one thing I want to be fixed. Like, just more rows so you can scroll down quicker and see the things you want easier. But, like, even the main menu, yeah, something a bit more lively, you know? Show me my actual character with, like, some things next to it, like Payday 2. Like, menu options, things like that. Rather than... Because, like, the menu itself and what it shows isn't terrible, but it takes up so little of the screen that you've almost got a fucking wallpaper as your menu, which is a bit basic, you know? I don't love that. So, in terms of what I want to see, just... I mean, I'd like something more akin to Payday 2, but I'll take whatever they offer. I'm intrigued to see. I think what could be an idea is them lobbying suggestions to us. Like, give us some prototype menus and see what people like. Let people vote. That could be an idea. But who knows? We'll see. Yeah, like I said, I will miss questions because there's 2 chats and I'm trying to read both of them, so please do ask your questions if I miss them. I've appeared just to say that I love pizza. Steamow, you are my kind of guy. Or girl. Or person. I am the biggest pizza addict on the planet. Pizza Hut is a second home to me. iDomain on Twitch says the UI is bad in function with just using B, circle, and escape to go backwards, layout and gun categorization. In game, the assault UI is literally a default text object like bruh. So yeah, I don't like the way that when you buy a gun in the inventory, it auto takes you to your inventory. Don't do that. Let me buy the things I want. Let me scroll to the inventory when I'm ready. Like the way it works is very confusing. I don't love that. And what was the other thing you said? The chat's moving a bit quickly. Oh yeah, the assault UI. Is it a hot take to say I don't mind the assault UI at the top? I don't mind it not being big, yellow, and in your face. It's one of those things, and I've said this already. With my opinions on Payday 3, the attitude that I always have, and I take this especially when I offer suggestions in the partner Discord, if they make a suggestion for something and I'm not a big fan of it, but I know that you guys will like it, I'm not saying this to be some kind of ego trip or something, I'm being like legit. If I know a lot of you care about something more than I do, I will comment in that regard. Like, I'll say, you know, I'm not a big fan of this, but I think people will like it. Like, I think there's an argument that's going around at the minute, and I know Noli's recent video talked about this a bit, and I will touch on his video about the Payday drama, because I think it's important to talk about. But there is a bit of an argument going around right now that creators are kind of, like, almost monopolizing opinions, and they're driving their opinions and forcing them to be the correct ones. I can't speak for the creators, but for myself personally, they are opinion pieces. It's news with my opinions, but I'm also aware of the other community's thoughts, and I will comment based on community's thoughts as well. Like, I try to, like, think about how the community will react to certain things. I don't like it to just be a one-man army, even though I'm the only one running this channel, if that makes sense. So, you know, just because I'm saying, point being, just because I'm saying I don't hate the assault thing at the top, I know that most of you really hate it. And so, if it changes, I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm sure I'd like whatever the new layout would be anyway, so you know, it's win-win. I don't mind. Alright. Aquamike on YouTube. What characters do you want back from Payday 2? I know Scarface is probably never coming back, but please, man, I love him. I think, unfortunately, I mean, the thing is, they could renew deals and put them within Payday 3. Just because the deals ended in Payday 2 doesn't necessarily mean they can't come back for 3. But I think it's at least safer, in inverted commas, to assume that characters who have lost their licensing in Payday 2 are less likely to come back in Payday 3. So that means people like Jimmy, people like Scarface, have any other characters gone? John Wick. They're less likely. John Wick, I think, could get renewed, because they had several deals going with John Wick for Payday 2, and we now know there is a 5th film in the works. So maybe something will get renewed when that comes out, assuming Payday 3 is still around then. You never know. But other characters that are still going that were crossovers, like Jacket, are still very much on the table. So we'll see. We'll see. My personal favourite character who I'd like to see come back the most, I'm a big Sydney enjoyer. I really like Sydney. Just because she's someone a bit different. She stands out a little bit, and I enjoy her characterization. So I think that would be great. But there's a lot of popular characters. I think just more characters is great. I don't feel like you can have too many characters. I know it felt a bit stuffed by the end with Payday 2, sorry, but I don't think it was stuffed in a bad way. I think I missed a phone in here. Yes, I did. Thought I did. Right, you're not going to look at me, guard, while I do this, okay? You're just going to stare at that screen with your dodgy knees. Alright. Cool. Sesko on YouTube, are they going to delete standing in circles? I wonder if they're going to go back and change current heist mechanics. I don't really expect them to, but it's not impossible that they would do that. I think, realistically, the most important thing is that going forward, heists don't have those annoying mechanics, and they've been doing good on that. Mechanic-wise, a lot of that, like, the Boys in Blue and Houston Breakout in particular, have been really good. I think they've been really strong. So, as long as they keep that pattern up, I'm happy with it. I'm intrigued to see how Fear and Greed plays. I need to re-emphasize, I said this in my video. I said this in my video. Partners have had access for a few days now to the Fear and Greed build for Payday 3. I have not played it. So any comments I make are entirely speculation, and I have not played the game, played the update, and I don't know what it's like. So I am being honest here. I genuinely don't know, and I'm not hiding anything. I've seen a couple of discussions happening with regards to the heist, so there's certain things I won't touch on because of that, but I haven't played it. So, yeah, for me, I hope that Fear and Greed has got some really unique heist gameplay to it. And just the premise of robbing the stock market sounds like that should be the case. So we'll see. I don't know. In fact, let's lockpick. Let's not do the other one. Okay. KX on YouTube. I don't like the UI, which is a black box fading out. The rest maybe need to touch up. Yeah, like, I don't mind that. Like I said, I think a UI overhaul is fine. I think it's just not an issue I was as annoyed about as other people, is my point, basically. Hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, well, tough shit. Ooh, it's not authentic. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Do you know, we've got 2 spare pages right now. You know, we've got the one that we have left, and also the one that will take us into search mode. And all the upstairs guards are evidently dead. Are there less guards on lower difficulties? I didn't think there were. Is that something that I've missed? I tend to play this on stealth a lot on very hard and overkill. Hard's not one I play on very commonly. Maybe there are less guards. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, my friends. Okay. Nick on Twitch, remember when you played Goat Sim Heist on Death Sentence with people? I am Goatman. Also, do you think the game will survive not being on Game Pass soon on Xbox? Personally, I don't see a reason to buy it right now. It's not a finished product to me. The phrase I am Goatman is really funny to me. There is a particular Xbox game I'm thinking of that was like Landfair X King or something. If that's you, that's really cool. Nice to see you. If you're someone else, still cool to see you. I'm just not the best at remembering gamer tags. Also, just I am Goatman is a really funny sentence. There we go. But to answer your question, I don't... Game Pass is a dangerous one. I talked about this in a video, and if you've not seen it, I recommend you go watch it, because I've talked about it in more depth there. But I don't... The thing is, we don't know who's made the decision. Either Starbreeze or Plan have gone, let's make a calculated risk here and take it off Game Pass. And have I... Where did I put the back? Oh, right, no, I don't need it, because I know this is the authentic one. Starbreeze and Plan have gone, let's make a calculated risk here, and let's take it off Game Pass and hope it boosts sales. Or, Microsoft have just gone, you're not driving enough traffic to our platform, we're binning you. It could be either, and I genuinely am not painting it in either direction, because I think either are possible options. Payday 3 hasn't got enough players, so I could see Microsoft pulling the plug, but I could also see Starbreeze and Plyon, who may be wondering about how much longer this game can be supported, thinking, alright, let's see if the updates we've put out over the last 6 months are enough to drive the narrative. Let's see if there's enough now that if we take it off Game Pass, we get Xbox sales to boost, and that gives us evidence that we can keep making content for the game. It could genuinely be either way. So I really don't want to speculate either way, but I think it's one of those two options, personally. So I don't know. Whatever it is, if it is a planned risk, I think it's a risk that wasn't worth taking. So I don't know. I wouldn't dare speculate. I really don't know how it's going to go. The thing is, we don't know what the console numbers are like, and it's something that a lot of people are forgetting. I know in one of Starbreeze's recent reports, they noted that PlayStation in particular was performing really well. So, you know, people like to use Steam charts to judge player counts, and you can get a bit of an idea from them, yeah, sure, but they don't paint the full picture. They never will. You know, console is a big audience, whether the master race PC gamers like to admit it or not. Hello. But, so you can't ever know accurately. You just kind of have to play it by ear. I don't know. I don't know. Hope they change back the guard detection, says Saints Row on YouTube. Yes, I hope they do too. If you don't know, they changed guard detection in the last update so that guards will detect you a lot faster if you're moving while in their eyesight versus being stood still. Which is a decision I just don't really understand, honestly. Purely because, like... Oh, I thought there weren't any cameras. I couldn't see any. There's one. There should be two. Oh, there it is. I just don't understand the logic behind it, personally. Mainly because, like, who was asking for it? It's like another ammo funnel thing. It's not nearly as bad, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those situations where, like, I've not seen people saying to Starbreeze, do you know what? I hate how slowly guards detect you. Make it harder. If they were worried it was a problem, they should have asked people and got an idea first, and instead they just changed it randomly, and I don't feel that's a healthy way to do it. You know, like, for argument's sake, I think if you're standing in front of a guard as opposed to running past one, I think standing still is more likely to get you detected faster because he's looking at you and still looking at you. Whereas if you're a blur going past, he might not catch you, logically. Do you know what I mean? So if we're talking about actual real-life logic, I don't even think that works. But the biggest thing is that, this is another thing Nolly said in his video, we don't get patch notes when we get early access to builds. So like I said right now, partners have access to the Fear and Greed update. They can play it and make content. We don't have patch notes. So we know as much as you do, unless we come across anything in the game that, you know, we spot and go, oh, that's funny. Like how I spotted that the reticle on the Red Fox sniper had changed in the new update. I clocked that and went, oh, that's different. So, you know, we were in the dark for that as much as you guys were, which I think is a real shame. Maybe they hadn't got the patch notes ready. I don't know. But that does feel like a real shame for me personally. I would love to be able to get the patch notes. That would make a big difference. Fancy on Twitch, no patch notes feel silly. Are they afraid of you guys leaking it? Maybe it's security like that, or maybe it's just that they haven't got the patch notes ready, and maybe they only finalized the details leading up to the update. I don't know. I don't know. It's not one of those things I want to speculate that much, because I just don't know. It's one of those things where I know the facts, I don't know the reasons. We can theorize, but who knows for sure. Right, where the hell are all the guards? Because, like, I really thought I'd at least run into a couple more in here. Go. There we go. Ding. Cool. That's a machine that goes ding. That's a follow on Twitch from Pablo. Thank you very much.
Guard dog, this is Alpha. There's a bear
in the break room. I repeat, a bear in the break room.
Oh, is this on? Sorry, dispatch. Just trying out some.
Oh yeah, if people are wondering why I'm using the zip line, I'm doing it because it can drop the bags off right next to the van, and then when I've got enough bags secured, I can just go down the zip line, secure them all, and get out. Nice and easy. Thank you, Vote, for the Twitch follow. What do you think of the new stocks event? I think it's fine. The thing is, I don't really understand stocks. Oh dear.
Hit the floor. Hey, I have an idea. Hit the deck.
This might have gone to shit. This might have gone to shit. This might have gone to shit, folks. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. It's gone to shit. No, no, no. Bollocks. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. Look, I said that I was gonna play on a lower difficulty in case I messed up, and I messed up. Alright? These things happen. These things happen. Do you know what? I'm gonna be wholesome. Talking to you guys is more important than doing well in the game. God, that was cringy. I don't know. Right, so let's go topic by topic, people. Let's go topic by topic. Let's do it that way. Let's start with the event actually, because that's one thing I've forgotten about. So, Stocked Unloaded is a online event on a website for Payday 3 that allows you to bet on different in-universe companies and try and make as much money on the stocks as you can. And the top 10 winners, I think by Sunday or Monday, will get a signed Wolf on Wall Street poster signed by Nicholas Berglund, who plays Wolf. Really cool idea. I've played the stock thing a little bit, but I fucking suck, so I haven't made anything of it. I think I've lost $100. I tried a couple of stocks things. I just don't understand it. Genuinely, the only experience I have with stocks is like manipulating the GTA 5 ones, and that was using YouTube guides. So I really just don't know. I just don't know. Let's try another solo stealth. I think it's better while I'm talking through things. Let's do syntax error. That feels like a great idea. It's actually a terrible idea, but whatever. Scramble drones, QR code access. I don't know which one I actually want. Maybe faster escape helicopter in case it goes wrong. No, I'd like to. If it goes loud, I'll just close it again. I think. I don't know. QR code access. Why not? Why not? So yeah, have you guys been playing it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I'm turning into Anthony Fantano. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should we review next? So where is this QR code? Oh, there it is. It's marked. I forgot. Okay. Let's read some Twitch replies first. Optimum Tyler, I played the first few days, bought a couple stocks and everything and haven't checked since. Yeah, I get that. I'm with you on that. You know what would have been cool? Leozio said the stocks website being affected by heists. I think that'd be a little bit too unpredictable. Or maybe the stocks have changed based on... Yeah, that could be cool. That could have been cool. Yeah. Yeah, you make a good point. You make a good point. Fair enough. What else? Brewer Ball, I think it's dumb, especially because it's not in-game and the only in-game rewards are useless. I don't think every event has to give you really cool rewards. I think that the most important thing with events is making sure that the community is interacting together and talking to each other and feeling like a community. That's got to be the most important part, you know? And really, I don't blame them not going full event reward mode with this one after how Maskmania went. Give them a break. Give them a break. They don't need another Maskmania. Not yet. Not at all, ideally. Friggin' hell. We don't want to repeat that. No, we do not. Okay, there's a guard there. Oh, hello, sir. You don't see me. Oh, he really doesn't see me. Lol. Alright.
It's a guard.
It's a guard. Okay. What about YouTube? Summit said I was bad at the stocks and went through the 5 stages of grief on the first day of the event. Mate, I feel like I went through them in the first 10 minutes. Honestly. Do you know the payout for the Fear and Green map, or can you not say, said Sasuke? Well, I haven't played it yet. Also, even if I did know, I couldn't tell you. You okay, boy? I saw some people saying they thought you could buy the poster. Really shows they got to make the event communication better. Yeah, communication, like I said, it's got better. But one of the biggest problems with Starbreeze historically has been not communicating things well between platforms. They'll say one thing on one platform and not say it on the other, and that gets annoying. Today's thing with the next Mask of the Week rotations was an accident from Hara on the Starbreeze team. She put it in on Steam without realizing it wasn't going out elsewhere yet, or whatever it was. Obviously, she made a joke about it and I put it in the video, so that's fine. That's whatever. But like generally, when they went on, like, I know, why is it beeping? I know someone's saying that. Shut the fuck up. There we go. Thank you. What was I saying? Oh, we need codes, don't we? Like generally, I don't love it when they aren't consistent with the information. It makes. Oh, that's that faster detection. You little bitch. Ugh! So irritating. You got to see it firsthand there. Yeah,
Hello?
Yeah, the communication's not perfect at times.
It just goes off.
But I think it has got a lot better.
Trust me, just ignore everything you hear.
I did not want to waste a pager up here. I really didn't want to do that. In fact, nah. Fuck it, I'll restart the heist. I'm not wasting a pager upstairs. I'm not doing that. Ugh. Game Freak hates faster detection. Yeah, I do. And KX, remember, realism isn't always fun. The whole point of playing video games for a lot of people is to escape reality. Important to remember that. Keep some things grounded. I mean, I'm a big champion of Payday 3 having a more grounded tone than Payday 2. Like, if it ends up not having that, fine. As I said earlier, I'll bow to the majority. But there is such a thing as being too grounded and too realistic, even for me. And this is definitely one of those cases. Why are the gang robbing this place? I don't remember. The butcher wants some servers or something.
The butcher bribed an IT guy for insider
there you go. I still don't know how I feel about the butcher being a character in Payday 3. It's one of those ones that you didn't need to bring back, and Mira Furlan had died. Was that the most necessary character to bring back with a recast? I mean, you weren't scared to make a new character with Beckett, so I don't get it. We still don't know who Beckett is, by the way. Anyway, I don't know. Right, so that's stocked and loaded. Next one. How are we feeling about the game director news? And I ask for everyone to be respectful here. Okay, you know the way and how I'm talking, but how do we all feel about the game director change? That Almir and Andreas are now in charge of directing Payday 3. It looks like it is for the interim. It won't be permanent, but you are not spotting me, you little shit. No, no, you fucking little bitch.
You can't be in here.
I can be in here. Shut up. There we go. Anyway, yeah. What do we all think of that news? What do we all think? Let me know. I personally think that, well, I mean, I've said this in my video, but I really like that it's two people with very different roles, per se. Almir has been a developer. He said that in my last interview with him, but he's like the face of the brand. He interacts a lot with the audience. He streams a lot for the audience. He sees bugs, issues, complaints, all that stuff firsthand. He's got that knowledge and that experience. And then Andreas was a lead producer on Payday 3 from the start, I'm pretty sure. He knows his stuff. And, like, one of the coolest things I remember about going to Sweden and seeing the game early was Andreas, like, just sitting in a computer with us stood around him and explaining the stealth mechanics. It was really cool. He knew his way around it. He knew how to explain it and talk to us about it. And he had that passion and knowledge for it. So you've got someone who's very in tune development-wise and someone who has been a developer before but is very in tune brand-wise. And those two working together, that's a killer duo. That's a killer combination. I love it. 2673. I'm going to write it down because I don't trust my chat to help me remember correctly. 2763. Yeah? 2673. I can't even remember myself. Oh my god. So yeah, I think it's a really inspired choice for those two. I'm really happy about that. I'm really, really happy about that choice. It's good stuff. But what do you all think? Let me know. Don said, Evening Archer, I'm so fucking hyped for Armour 2.0. Me too, dude. It's one of the first things that's been added to Payday 3 that I literally, like it's such a net positive, and there's no one complaining about it properly. A few people have shared issues that, you know, maybe some skills will make it overpowered or some skills won't work or whatever. Like, these might be issues either that Starbreeze have thought of or that they haven't thought of and you guys will make them aware of them. Whatever happens, that's good. We want that. Okay, so 2673. 2673. But yeah, what else are we thinking? Game Freak, Andreas Nalmis specifically in the game is exciting as hell. That's a leadership upgrade regardless of who came before. Yeah, like, you could say anything positive or negative, respectfully, about the previous management, but like, in a vacuum, those two being in charge, that's a great choice. An absolutely brilliant choice. I really love it for that. It does say on the announcement on the interim, and I didn't properly take that in when I made the video, so it sounds like it won't be permanent. And I have to admit, I'm not really surprised, and I don't blame them for that. Because bear in mind, I doubt they've given up their already like consistent roles in order to do that. You know what I mean? This is probably extra work for them on top of what they're already doing. So I can forgive them for being like, you know, temporary.
Oh, sorry. Did I call you?
What did you say?
I'm just
What did you say? Please, game. Please tell me why I didn't know until the last second that he'd seen that body. Please do inform me. Please inform me. You all saw that. There was no exclamation mark over his head until he was about to call the police. I'm restarting once more, and if it fucks up again, I'm changing the heist. I want to mix this up. I want to keep this varied for you all. I want to keep this varied. I feel like I fail more heists than I pass when I stream. I'm not focused enough. So what are people saying? Toast Malone. Almir knows exactly what the players want, and he is so in touch with the community. I feel like for the health of the game, it was the best decision. Yeah, that's the thing, like you said, because Almir does all these streams, he is very in touch with what the people want. And that is important. You need someone who's connected to the community, knows what people want, and is able to bring it to meetings and try and deliver on it. That is important. It's very important. That's what I said. Having someone who's already an experienced lead producer combined with someone who knows what they're talking about community-wise, that's a killer combination. It's a really good choice, and I would hope that they stick around and do it for longer. I'll understand if they don't, but I'd love it if they do. I really would love it. Be fun. Anyone got any other thoughts on it? And I will also say, for the record, that obviously, you know, I know there's been a lot of community tension with regards to Mio's position as game director. I've intentionally stayed away from that for a lot of reasons. The biggest one being what happened with the armor funnel nerf. I suppose I can talk about it a bit more now because Nolan put it in his video. He didn't ask me about it, but I had no problem with him doing it. I told him at the time, if he wanted to talk about it in a video, I had no problem with it. But previous events have happened. If you've seen this video, you know what I'm talking about. But basically, someone close to Mio gave me accused a few things my way of steering hate in the wrong direction, which was not true, and it starts the whole thing. I'm not saying this to steer anyone in a direction. It's all over and done with. It's all in the past. Point being, because of what happened there with Mio and people close to him, I did not want to offer many thoughts on Mio's position or anything like that. I know Rusty Chains called for Mio to be replaced for game director. I don't know how other Starbreeze partners felt, but I personally stayed away from that because I felt anything I said on the topic would be extremely crass and just not needed. And also, like, whether you agree with his decisions or not, I respect Mio greatly for trying his best to direct the game. Like, whether his decisions were appreciated or not is irrelevant in that case. Like, the guy was trying his best, and I think that's important to know. And also, just generally, throwing hate at people is never necessary, and it came from both sides of the fence in very unneeded and inappropriate ways. Fans were not very nice, and people on the developer side were also not very nice. I think it was quite horribly handled on both sides of the equation. So that's why I've stayed very clear of that topic, and I will continue to do so. And hopefully, I hope you can all appreciate that. What I will say is I greatly appreciate the Starbreeze community team, because ever since what happened with me, they have been so communicative. I've had several meetings with them. We've talked a lot about trying to avoid things like this happening in the future, better communication, stuff like that. I won't go into too much detail because I don't think I need to here, but I will say that much there, that there have been conversations. I've talked to them about it, and, you know, they're aware of what's happened. And have heard my thoughts on it and how to change things from my perspective. But point being, putting all of that aside, I think it's important to remember that anyone working on Payday 3, regardless of their role, whether they are right or wrong, they are doing their best. Whether you think they've got it right or wrong is irrelevant. They're trying their best, right? And so, like, I wish Mio the best as becoming a senior producer again with whatever he does on the team, and I'm happy for Almir and Andreas to be taking over as director. Happy with both. Did you really turn around and see me? No! No, you didn't!
It's showtime.
Please no one see this. 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 There we go. Oh, we're good. Thank goodness. Another wasted guard, but whatever. Bartyan with the tier 1 at 32 months on Twitch. Thank you very much.
Don't you think it's more than a little inappropriate?
But yeah, so if anyone's wondering for my piece on that, that's what it is. I think, you know, my main priority is making sure Payday 3 continues to survive. However Starbreeze think is the right way to do that, we'll go with, and if we disagree with stuff, then as a community we'll voice it. I think it's important that everyone remembers to just be respectful when they do that, though, because I think that's been lost on some people recently. And as I said, that's on both sides of the equation. Starbreeze are aware of it, and I hope now the community is also aware of it. So hopefully we can all be a lot better in our discussions going forward. Nobody's right or wrong. There's just whether people agree. Oh my god. It's whether people agree or disagree with certain game decisions. 2 guards there. Blimey. Good grief.
I just needed to tell someone. You're a boss, right?
Oh.
I just found out he's got a podcast where he tries out different kinds of donuts. All you can hear is him
Chewing.
It's the craziest thing I've heard all day.
What are people saying? Aquamike, ammo funnel needed a nerf. The issue was the other skills are just flat out bad, and the ammo funnel was the only one good skill worth using. If the other skills were good, this would have been perfectly okay. Yeah, I will say this until my dying breath. I genuinely do not think the response to ammo funnel would have been nearly as strong if Payday 3's skill system had more varied, unique, and interesting skills on offer. I think the biggest problem is ammo funnel and replenish is overpowered. The partner said that at the time. A lot of people in the community agree with it, whether they thought the nerf was right or wrong. The problem was, it was one of those very few ways you could actually do something interesting and fun in the game with your guns. So if there was an actual varied skill system in the sense that there were a lot more interesting skills and standout skills, people wouldn't have cared as much. There might have still been disagreement, they might have still decided not to nerf it, but it would have been less severe of a response, for sure. Ammo funnel is one of those combinations with replenish that just is so rare in the game that I can't blame people for wanting to defend it very strongly. I felt like that way personally. And yes, I know there are people who are staunch defenders of Payday 3 skill system. I see them like in different places, on Twitter, on Discord, and look, some people may respond to you differently. The way I see it is, I am happy for you that you like the system. That's good. Like, I will never throw hate or even like general dismay at somebody who likes something that the majority dislikes. In case you don't know, I'm someone who liked Morbius. I'm someone who has a lot of fun with The Rise of Skywalker. I had a bit of fun with Forspoken. I am very much at the forefront of enjoying things or finding good in things that people don't like. And so I wouldn't want to be someone who was saying, who was, looking at someone with a rare opinion and going, that's a shit opinion, what are you on about? I think the problem you have, though, in a situation like that is you have to take a step back and you have to think about the wider community. It's like I said earlier, majority should rule. And if you like something, but the majority of people don't, unfortunately, you have to have a moment of... Maturity is patronizing. I'm trying to think of a better word than a moment of maturity. A moment of acceptance or understanding, I guess, where you have to go, look, most people don't like this thing, even though I do. I've got to understand that for the health of the game, for the enjoyment and the future and the potential of a game that I hold dearly, I'm willing to accept that something's got to change, even if it's something that I enjoy. That's really important, And, I mean, hell, here's a great example. I know I'm in a rare camp for this. I like the bars for the weapon stats. I like seeing the bars increase and decrease in the stats. I do, however, think there should be numbers. I think there should be both. My personal stance is there should be both. Number next to a bar. However, if the Payday 3 decides, hey, based on our UI, we only can have numbers or bars, we're choosing numbers, I would go, do you know what? Fair enough. I know just how many people have been saying they want numbers. I will happily take that. It'll make the community happy. I'm not saying that to be, like, magnanimous or to be, like, some big, like, crowd pleaser. I'm saying because I think that's an important trait to have in the community. If you feel one way about something and the majority disagree, you've got to have that maturity to go, do you know what? Fair enough. So, I think that's important. And that's the reason I think the ammo funnel reaction was so strong, is because literally nearly everybody didn't like it. If you did, fair enough, but it's important about the crowd. You shouldn't not have an opinion. If you dislike a change, tell people, talk about it, as long as you're not an arse about it, but talk about it to the extent where you understand that even though you have that opinion, it's probably not going to be listened to with respects to the wider, oh my god, with respects to the wider community. I like how I'm just dropping wisdom bombs right now, I feel like, at the minute. It's turning into a TED talk. But yeah, so there's my stance on the whole ammo funnel thing, if people were wondering. I still think it was a bad idea. Even if there was logic behind it, even if it was an overpowered skill, removing one of the only fun, interesting skills in the game just wasn't the right play. It just wasn't. So, there you go. Okay, so that's the directors talking about. Next up, Payday 2. Who's still been playing Payday 2? I imagine a lot of you, judging by the Steam numbers. So, what's our current thoughts on the whole licensing thing? What are we all thinking about that? If you don't know, if you need catching up, I did put a video out on it, so feel free to go watch it. However, a update went out yesterday for Payday 2, the first time in nine months. It fixed some bugs. The System Shocked achievement was something that wasn't dropping for people. That's been fixed. Other things here and there have been addressed. But unfortunately, several pieces of licensed content are now no longer accessible if you are a new player to Payday 2. So if you bought the game and or played it before these changes came into effect, you're not affected. You're fine. But if you are watching this and say you're a Payday 3 fan and you're thinking, should I get into Payday 2? Unfortunately, you will now be missing out on some of this content. Previously, you won't have Scarface as a character. That happened a couple of years ago. But now you won't have access to John Wick as a character, the John Wick Heist DLC, the John Wick Weapon Pack DLC, the Point Break Heist DLC. I'm hearing possibly Bodhi, but I haven't got proper evidence of that, so I don't want to confirm one way or the other. I'm hearing possibly the Reservoir Dogs heist. Again, need more information to confirm that. And also possibly Hardcore Henry stuff, so 2 heists and the Jimmy character pack, as well as the White Streak pistol and Heather submachine gun. So a decent chunk of content you haven't got access to now if you're a new player. But, important to note, if you are getting into Payday 2, please understand that is a drop in the ocean compared to the amount of content still in the game. That is worth mentioning. There's still so much stuff in that game. And also, you could join, if you have a friend who owns like the DLC heist, for example, they could invite you. You know? They removed Reservoir Dogs. Again, I don't know for sure, Fancy, on Twitch. I saw someone in my comments saying they couldn't see it anymore. They'd heard someone that couldn't see it. So take that with a grain of salt. But unfortunately, yeah, that is a very important heist story-wise. So if that goes, that does put a big hole in Payday 2's story, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I think unfortunately it's just a case of some licenses running out, and it sucks. But I think we should be happy that we had those DLCs and not, you know, wishing they'd never been added. You know? Because some people are like, oh, if they've been removed, they never should have added them to begin with. I don't agree. Not in the slightest. I think it's better to have a bit of fun with something for a limited time rather than missing out entirely. Like, if we're talking best of both worlds, that is the best of both worlds, in my opinion. Let's do Golden Shark. Keeping it on hard for the minute, because I'm just, you know, a big old weakling. Big weak bitch. Noah Larson says losing the Reservoir Dogs heist would be such a blunder on Overkill's part. It's so important to the lore. It is, but again, it might not be a blunder on their side. You have to remember that with these agreements, there are two sides. You know? Like, as far as I'm concerned, Overkill, Starbreeze, however you want to describe them, I would imagine one of their priorities for Payday 2 would be keeping the game as constant and consistent as it can be for as long as possible. But there are other companies, there are people who hold the licenses to films. Maybe they have special terms to extend contracts. Maybe they want more money. Maybe Starbreeze can't afford it. There could be other things at play here. So that's why I hesitate to call it a Starbreeze blunder, because we don't know behind the scenes. I've said this already. You know, I get comments still on my videos being like, oh, you're a paid shill for Starbreeze. For clarity, I've said this before, I fucking wish they paid me. I really do. I wouldn't have to say that I need money on streams if they did. Donation link in the description. Please support me. Thank you. I wish they did, but they don't. They don't. For some reason, it baffles people to think, but I genuinely am just giving my actual opinion at all times. Apparently, that's a shocker to some people, but that's the way it is. So, like, if I think there's a genuine reason to criticize Starbreeze, I will do it. I won't hesitate. I will be respectful, but I will make sure my criticisms are known. But it's also important to remember that there are other parts in play sometimes. It isn't as simple as just saying it's one person's fault if there are wider things at play. It could be Starbreeze's fault. It genuinely could be. But it also might not be. And as someone who is... Forgive me for how egotistical this is going to sound, but as someone who is one of the bigger Payday 2 YouTubers now, I am aware of the platform I hold and the weight that my words can carry. And not just the fact that I don't think it's safe to assume that one way or another. If I even try and hint at that, that's an incredibly poor use of my platform. So, like, you know, it's about being diplomatic and keeping open-minded, not just because I would do that anyway, because I want to make sure that I'm not setting a terrible example for the wider community. Does that make sense? So, but the example, and Elian in my Twitch chat just said the same thing. For people who were saying, why didn't Starbreeze tell us ahead of time? They're so fucking stupid. Where? I don't think that in particular was their call. That's one I really will back them up on. Because you have to remember, when Scarface as a character was removed from Payday 2 a couple of years ago, we knew ahead of time. They went, hey heisters, Scarface is leaving, but you've got time to buy him if you still want to get him. He's leaving the store in, what, like a week was it? Or something like that? I don't know. But they announced that and said, if you want to buy him, now's your chance, grab him. And people did. Then he went off the store, people that had a chance, that was it. You know? Bibbidi bobbidi boop, all done. This time around, there was no warning. Some of the DLCs were delisted on Steam weeks ago, and we didn't even know about it properly. And this is the first time they've even acknowledged it. That's a whole different scenario, a whole different ballgame. But I genuinely think that might be because of different agreements with different companies. Because Scarface is a Universal property, whereas John Wick, and I think Hardcore Henry are Lionsgate, and Point Break is 20th Century Fox. They're all different companies, and these companies may be more tight-lipped. These companies might not want Starbreeze to say, this agreement is ending. They may make them stay quiet. We don't know. And I think because we've seen them handle this before, and this has been different, that makes me think there's different factors in play. Does that make sense? It's shit, don't get me wrong. It's still shit we've lost the DLC. I just think it's important to remember there could be wider things at play. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's as simple as that. Now, where is the guy with the key card? There's no key card on anyone's ass cheek. What's happening? I need it. Who's got the fucking key card? I need it. What's going on? Is it you? Have you got it? What on earth just happened? Oh, no, you've not got it. Where the bloody hell? Is there another keycard spawn I don't know about? There might be. I don't know what this accent is. It feels like it was a bit of, like, London and then a bit of Australian. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Is there another keycard? Oh, there is. And boop. Cool. Alright, good. I only thought it could spawn in the corner office on the other side. Clearly, I am a dumb stupid head.
The specs don't say exactly where the server room is.
I love that Shade says that, and as she says it, it marks on the map where the server room is. Oh.
That's the terminal. Patch me in.
Boop. Bibbidi bobbidi boop.
Okay, I'm online. This shouldn't take too long.
Okay. Now, which side was the IT department on? It's the right. Okay. Okie dokie smoky. There we go. Alright. Oh, there we go. Cool. Alright. What are people saying? So that's Payday 2. Alright, people. Let's do it. Let's do the big one, because this is the new news today, and I want to spend more time on this, realistically. Armour 2.0. What do we think? What are we thinking of the new armour system? Do we like it? Do we not like it? I'm imagining most people like it, but let's see. What are people's opinions? Throw them my way. I want to know.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Upgraded their security protocols. Find the IT office and get me clearance through one of their computers. Then patch me back.
Let's see what everyone's thinking. There we go. Here come the thoughts. Let's look at YouTube first this time. I was not expecting them to bring that up today, but it's so happy, so good. It's a great and powerful DC. Agreed. I was hoping they'd bring it up. We'd had a bit of a hint in the partners that they were going to talk about this at some point, and I wasn't sure when. So I was hopeful they'd talk about it soon, and then they came out with it randomly today. They were like, hey, we're going to talk about the armor stuff today, and we went, oh shit, great. I'm more surprised that they did it today when we knew a dev update was coming. Like, that to me is some really good forward thinking, because as I said in the video today, the only downside of Dev Update 8, which is a fantastic video production-wise, is that we knew a lot of the stuff going into it this time. Starbreeze have gotten a lot better, as I said, about communicating their information cross-platform. I want to put my feet up. Do you know what? Hang on. I'm just gonna relax a little bit.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's great.
Omni with the 18 months with Prime, thank you. You don't have the
Wait,
Avengers?
You don't have the Avengers? Is that a band?
Are you in a band?
Honk honk.
Why are we honking? My mic arm won't stay still. It like in a particular place that I want it to. Will you sit still, you little bitch? Stay. What am I supposed to do? Sit still, you arsehole. Please. There we go. Friggin' hell. Alright. What was I saying? What the hell was I saying? Yeah, right. So, they've gotten really good with communicating their information to the point where... going into Dev Update 8, I watched it. They sent it to us the day before, and I had a bit of a watch of it. And I was watching it thinking, shit, man, there's nothing really in here that we don't know about aside from a few masks. I was like, well, shit. So my video plan, I was thinking, because they sent that to us yesterday, like I said, and I thought last night, I was like, I guess I might just do a really quick minute news video and be like, watch the Dev Update, it's really good. Here's the things we didn't know. Masks, goodbye. That was my plan. I wake up this morning, and then I see a message in the partner chat being like, here's today's blog. It's about an armor overhaul. And I'm like, shit, all right. And I immediately regretted sleeping in. I slept in because I thought I won't need much time to make my video. And then I woke up and went, what the fuck? That's why my video wasn't quite on time. It's just great. I love that they're actually lobbying it ahead of time and getting people's input. And it's also just nice to see the community so united on it. It's lovely. It's so lovely.
The system is in the middle of an upgrade.
So,
There are 4
anyway.
possible codes. One of them is the
So
right
let's see
one.
what people are thinking.
See if you can puzzle out which it is.
Let's see what they're thinking. Alright. Seriously, we finally get something good, said Mario Luigi Jam. Yeah, it's a really good armor system. It's good for variety, but I will use the 4-plate normal, said KX. You say that, but I think it's a good idea to at least give a try of some variations when it comes out. It's worth it, I would say, personally. When Starbreeze makes good decisions, people will be happy, says Ellie on Twitch. Yeah, absolutely. People just want to enjoy the game, man. They want some good decisions that make them enjoy the game, and this is a great decision. It's a very good decision. Okay, we want a code involving 126 and 0. 2601. 2601. What the hell are my textures doing? Sheesh. Alright.
There are 2 layers of security for the vault. A dual security lock and lasers.
There is a bitch in my room. Get this guy out of here. Who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, what else are people saying? What else are people saying? Villain actual on YouTube, a vast improvement over the system now, but I am a fan of user flexibility. Absolutely. I'm willing to give it a shot. They needed to do something, said Mr. Sledge Gaming. I think you have to give it more than a shot. It's going to be great. Square Rabbit says, I wonder if the overall backlash towards Mio would have been a bit less harsh if they'd revealed the armor rework before the proposed level funnel nerf. There's a lot of would've, could've, should've that are going on right now. I think it has been confirmed that this was a Mio idea, this overhaul. I don't know if it's been reworked since, I don't know how long ago the leadership change happened, whether it happened around the time they told us, whether it was a while ago. So I don't want to comment on how much was Mio or how much wasn't, but it sounds like it was, at the very base, his idea and his suggestion. But it's as I said, you know, like, at all times, Mio was just trying to make Payday 3 better, from his perspective. Whether that was perspectives we agreed with or disagreed with is another thing, and, you know, you can argue about, like, behavior online and relationships with content creators till all live long day. I know he talked about it a lot, and as I said, I think his video about the drama is well worth watching. I think he gives a very balanced and interesting take on everything that happened, and I fully endorse what he did there. I think it was really, really good and worth watching. But, you know, everyone's going to do things that you like and dislike. That's the thing. Ammo Funnel was just one of those situations that shouldn't have happened. It didn't need to. It's one of those things you look at and you think, fuck, there were so many chances to avoid what happened happening, and none of them were taken. No signals were taken in. And it's just such a shame. For whatever reason, that's the way it went down, you know? As we talked about before, partners said not to make the decision. They made the decision, they put it out, they got the backlash, it all went to shit. The thing I hate the most is that, you know, there was so much vitriol and actual harassment from some people in the community, which just isn't fucking needed. If you've got nothing better to do in your life than actually be abusive online to people for a game decision, you really need to take a look in the mirror and think about your life. I more than welcome people to talk about things they like and dislike in the game, as long as they're respectful in doing so. Some people just were not in doing that, and I think it's an absolute disgrace if people think that's the right way to behave over a video game. I genuinely think it's pathetic. All that being said, I do absolutely hate that Ammo Funnel, which seemingly was the straw that broke the camel's back, was something that was just so easily avoidable. I think just purely that it's just such a shame, man. It's just such a shame.
My bad.
It was a choice that didn't need to be made right now. You know, like, from my perspective as a player, the focus of Payday 3 should be improving things and making the game more accessible. You can worry about making things more balanced and, you know, removing overpowered things when you've got a proper player base back in and people are relying on the game and are more supportive of it. At that point, you can start to go, hey, I'll tweak these things. Hey, I'll change these things. As an idea, it was fine. Timing was just not good. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. It's the same if you abuse to Starbreeze partners for expressing their own opinions, said DC on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as I said, I'm not talking too much about what the stuff that happened with me on Twitter. I just don't want to draw more attention to it because I am very aware that I don't want to push people to do anything. And I say that again now. Do not do anything on my behalf that is in any way abusive, whatever. People backed me up on Twitter and defended me, and they were very respectful. And to those people, thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. But anyone who decided to throw transphobia, homophobia, that kind of shit, or just generally be an arsehole, I didn't ask you to do that. I don't want you to do that. Don't fucking do that. Simple as. It's just not necessary. And especially now this has all been wrapped up, it's not something I even want to talk about anymore or wrap up. I'm bringing it up now because nobody's talked about it, and I think it's important, especially with my first Payday 3 stream on YouTube in a while, just to acknowledge it. You motherfucker! You moved as I flicked the switch! Gabagool! You bitch!
One more wrong decision and this
Oh!
could go loud.
Oh wait, it was the wrong... Oh, it was the wrong colour. Oh, that was my fault. Oh. Oh, I'm a knobhead. Oh, I'm a knobhead. Oh, well done. Well done. Well done, Troy, you fucking idiot. But yeah, right, blue. Blue was the colour. I thought I flicked blue. Was it green that I flicked? Maybe it was green. Oh,
Stay right
bollocks.
there. Don't even breathe.
Bitch. There we go. Okay. Right, we want blue. Blue, 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 blue. Boys in blue. There we go. That's better. Okay. But yeah, so that's the only reason I brought up what happened there, because I felt like I hadn't acknowledged it at all on YouTube. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know I was going to make a video about what had happened and like some of that harassment and some of the stuff I'd faced. But I lobbied it around a few partners. I thought about it to myself, and some feedback and some personal thoughts for me was just kind of like, this is going to stir the pot. This is going to, like, I wanted to try and stop the harassment from happening, and I felt like if I put that video out, it would have just continued it. And I took a step back and went, you know what? I don't need to make this video. And on top of that, the Starbreeze community team had been really, you little bitch. Like, are we really going to do this?
Time to take a
Are we doing this?
Big Apple style.
Well, this isn't good.
Yeah, sorry. I just needed to tell someone. You know Bob, right? Well, I just found out he's got a podcast.
This might be
where he
savable.
tries
Hang on.
out different kinds of
This
donuts.
might be redeemable.
All you can
We
hear
might get a
is
redemption
them
here. Hang
chewing.
on, hang
It's
on,
the
hang on.
craziest thing I've heard all day.
Now we're in search mode, I can trash the cameras, so that's a plus. Alright, white switch. We want the white switch. Okay, anyway. Ugh, honestly. So what? I don't even know where I was at. Oh yeah, so my point being, I just don't... Oh, sorry, yeah, we were talking about, like, the reception to Mio's decisions and that, yeah. So, I just... You know, there's going to be good and bad, and people will respond to it in different ways, and whatever the reason that Mio has stepped down as game director, I think the important thing now is it is done. You know, I've seen people who were, like, making memes being like, you know, oh, I wish Mio hadn't left, blah, 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 blah. People will have different feelings on that, and what I will say is that I think the most important thing is doing what makes people happy. And whether Starbreeze decided that they needed to change leadership, whether Mio decided he didn't want to be in that position anymore, whatever it happens, it's our job now to just respect that. That's what's important. We have to just respect that decision. And just kind of move on. We're here to play a game, not to get wrapped up in politics over game decisions, you know? I think it's important to remember that. Very important. So there's my 2 cents on that. But anyway, so back to the actual armor thing. Let's talk a bit more about that. The reason that I said a lot in the armor video today. I said a lot in the armor video today. And how I will sum it up is the best thing about it to me, oh, hello. The best thing about it to me is just how much it promotes variety in gameplay. Is there a camera up here? I just want a body completely out of the way. Yeah, cool. There we go. I love how much variety it promotes. That is a huge win for this game. Because what you've got there is an armor system where you can keep using Payday 3's armor if you want, the normal or adaptive plates, and the adaptive is much more flexible now than just a 2-plate armor set. Or, if you really miss Payday 2's armor, like some people do, myself included, you can lean more into that. Or you can do both. You can mix and match. I said this at the time when people started thinking I was trying to cause shit by making crime boss videos. I was just talking about another game that I like, and especially from the heisting genre, no one loses in having more choice. Same applies here. Like, you know, Payday 3 armor enthusiasts will be happy with having Payday 3 armor options. Payday 2 armor enthusiasts will be happy with Payday 2 armor options. That's great. Everyone has something they like. This is genuinely a suggestion where I can't see a downside. And that doesn't come along very often. I think that's really bloody cool. That you have a situation like that where it's like, hey, so here's a game decision that we think you'll all actually really like. And I have seen very few negative takes, and even the negative takes I've seen are more just, I'm worried about how this skill's going to work with it. I feel like there might be a clash here, and this might not work as intended, this might be broken, blah, blah, blah. And that's fair. Tell Starbreeze those things, they can look into it, maybe address it if they haven't already. You know? Yeah, as Ellie's just said in my Twitch chat, the freedom of choice is wonderful. That's what matters a lot here. That matters a lot. So, yeah. Give me your thoughts on the armor system. Let's get some more. Come on. I want all your thoughts, people. Throw them all at me, baby. Let's see what you all got.
The server should have the information we need about this conspiracy. And I'm betting all of Miss Shark's dirty little secrets as well.
If you guys want, by the way, later on, we could spend a little bit of time going over the armor system. Would that be useful to you guys? Would you like that? After this heist, I could go onto the blog and we could read it together. That's also something I could do. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Let me know in the chat if you'd like that. Because I could do. I just seen Polsky in the YouTube chat said they want me to run through how it works. Yeah, would people like me to? If you guys want me to run through the armor blog, just put it in the chat now. Just say yes or something. Maybe after this heist, we'll have a quick pause and go over and read the blog and just explain everything. Oh, Grouse is in my Twitch chat. Hey, dude. It's Troy Red Archer Live. I love that guy. Oh, it's the Grouse in my Twitch chat. I love that guy. How you doing, King? Much love. Good to see you here. Yeah, if you want me to go. Yeah, we'll go through it. We'll go through it after this. Sure. 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 Well, we're just finishing the heist then before we get started, since I've actually managed to pull off a heist. Would you believe it? If you are enjoying the stream and you're on Twitch, you can subscribe, support the stream, or gift bits. Or gift subs. I would really appreciate that. Or just following. If you're on YouTube and you haven't already pressed subscribe, please do. We're trying to get to 40k subs. I would greatly appreciate it. But you can become a channel member. Not really any particular perks other than emojis in the chat. So it's more just if you want to support me. But that would be greatly appreciated. But if you want the best way to support me, as I've been saying a little bit earlier, a donation would be the best way. There is a link in the YouTube description. There's also a donate button underneath the main stream window on Twitch. If you can donate, I would really appreciate it right now. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I'm basically suffering from a real income drop at the minute because I'm still waiting for tutoring lessons to build up and income to come in. And without being really, like, pissy, I'm struggling a little bit with cash at the minute, and I want to keep making this work. So any support would be greatly appreciated. So if you can, feel free. If you can't, just being in the chat, interacting, is fine. I promise you. Fuck! No! No, I've got to try and get back upstairs to the bags now. Fuck! No! No! Oh, this is going to get really annoying now. No, I need a QR code. I can get one in here. It's fine. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm an online tutor. And basically what's happened, Michael, on Twitch is that over summer, I have a series of kids that I have on regular weekly, like, private sessions. And as summer went on, one by one, they dropped like flies and went, we're going on holiday, we're taking a break, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know that meme of the guy who's like smiling on a mask, but behind he's really fucking upset. I was like, yeah, that's cool, have a good holiday. And in my head, I'm thinking, I am going to be fucked for money. And like, I'm getting a few more lessons now, but unfortunately, the way my payment works, I've got to try and like catch up money-wise and get a bit more income in. And it's not going to be until like next month that I'm even close to a bit more stable. So that's why, like, if you can support me with a donation, it would make a huge difference. I'm not going to keep going about it on and on about it because I don't want to be just a fucking bitch screaming about money. But any support would be appreciated. Right, we got the actual bags in the room now. At least I managed to pull that off. I was really worried I wouldn't get back up without getting spotted. That's every bag. Cool. Let's load them up. I can kill one guard, which is good. Can't kill two, so I've got to be careful there. They both are. Okay. What level do you choose for up to? My ass got to trig and called it a day back in school. It's high school mostly, Grouse, yeah. So like, well, for UK high school, it's like 11 to 16-year-olds. So a lot of GCSE qualification stuff. It's fun. It's material that I actually like enjoy teaching. Certainly wouldn't be able to teach degree level maths. That shit is a headache on a headache platter. Yeah, that's a good description. I don't know what that means. Little tip to get loads of money, bet red 32. Bet on, I'm not gambling. That's a dangerous play. The gamble I've made is saying on stream that I'd like the support in the hope that someone will donate. That's my gamble. Is anyone going to take the gamble? Let's find out. Friendly reminder that when whining about how Houston's mask looked because the first image they showed looked weird. Meanwhile, the mask was completely fine in game. Yeah, there was some quite quick reactions to Houston's mask, and it does look different, but I thought it looked fine from the beginning. I thought it looked alright, personally.
I saw somebody.
So you like GCSE biology? No, maths I teach.
Listen, nobody goes in the staff bathroom until I clean some stuff up.
It's funny because I'm teaching maths at a level that I hated learning. I did not enjoy maths in high school, but I enjoy teaching it to high school kids. I enjoy teaching that level material. I don't know why, but I just do. I think it's nice. I think it's just there's something satisfying about teaching somebody something and them actually looking at they're learning something and enjoying the lesson. That's nice. And that's the thing with online tutoring. The advantage there is that if a kid doesn't want to learn, 9 times out of 10 he just won't turn up. And I've had that happen a lot where kids just don't turn up, they don't want to learn. And I'm like, right, well the ones who turn up are the ones who want to learn. So you have you have barely any bad lessons, whereas as an actual teacher you'd have a shit ton. That was one reason I didn't go into full teaching. I'm a qualified teacher, but I didn't like the environment that teachers are put through. They are given way too much stress. I've said this a million times, but we do not give teachers enough credit. The shit they have to put up with is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, what are we learning today? I'm not teaching you guys any maths today. Maybe one day we'll do another jokey maths teaching stream, but that day is not today. Villain Actual with the follow on Twitch. I'm enjoying seeing people from YouTube come over to follow on Twitch. I do stream on Twitch most, but if this works, which it seems to be, I might like YouTube chat in particular. This is a question to you guys. What do you what would you feel about me streaming other non-Payday games on here? Because on Twitch I do Payday roughly once a week, and then other games in between, Fortnite, Call of Duty, whatever it may be. Do you think that it's worth me multi-streaming for everything, or just for Payday? Let me know, because I'll stream whatever it is on Twitch anyway, but this seems to work, and I feel like even if less people watch it, I could still multi-stream it and see if people care. I don't see why not, personally. So let me know what you think. Grouse in Twitch has just said, also because I know you're just fiending for it, I really like these armor changes. I think the idea to tie consumable mags to armor is a really neat way to build, craft, and create specialized roles beyond skills. Yeah, I think it's really good. The versatility, the variety you can do there, I think is really good. I think it's really, really good. There's some great build variety you can do there, and just the flexibility with the armor plates and things like that, I think is fantastic. I think it's really, really good. I like it a lot. I'd be fine with it. Stream everything, wouldn't mind. Oh, cool. Thank you. Even your tutoring. Well, I couldn't stream an actual lesson I'm tutoring due to, you know, child protection laws, etc. But if what you're saying is you'd like me... Oh, thanks for the 400 bits, villain. That's lovely. That's lovely.
83 bits edition.
Oh! Twitch also added 60 bits on top. What?
We added 40 bits and 20 bonus bits to Villain Actual's cheer.
Oh, I think I heard about this. I think Twitch add on bits right now for every bits donation on stream. So if you do gift bits on Twitch, I think Twitch will actually add to it. That's cool. Oh, and isn't it September as well where subs are cheaper? I forgot about that. Can all of you subscribe on Twitch right now and donate via the link? I'm going to keep asking, okay? I'm poor. Fucking help me. Okay. Okay, so. Oh, look at that. Grouse Twitch generosity and then some... Wait. Oh, Grouse redeemed a power-up, and Twitch added 3 bits to it. Huh, that's cool. Thanks, Manky Bones, to follow. Appreciate that. Okay, folks, let's have a look at the blog. A donation! Hello!
Oh, pennies, pounds, anything you got. Keep collecting. We need enough for breakfast.
I'm going to playing so much more once we get the new armor update.
Yeah, same here, same here, same here. Thank you very much for the £5.60. Yes, love you, Green Ninja.
Said Pingu. Sorry, said his mother. What the fuck are you talking about?
I love that quote. I love it. Dustin Co with the 4 months Prime Gaming on Twitch. Thank you very much. There is a hype train incoming. Oh, Fancy just gifted 5 subs. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Hey, YouTube, you want to get on this with the memberships? You feel free. You feel free. Okay, I've muted the music on purpose because we are looking at the dev blog. So.
Excuse me, do you mind not farting while I'm saving the world?
Oh, Matt all set sub for 2 months.
Really
Thank you.
Tell me WTF is a log. I am struggling. Lol, Troy, have a good day, love from Dublin.
Oh, in maths, what's a logarithm? I don't actually know how you describe it so much. It's more of like a function you give to a number. It's the inverse of an exponential. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much. Thank you, Matto. I appreciate it. And Game Freak for the 9 months. Okay, I muted the music on purpose. We're looking at the dev blog. So, here you go, folks. There's a Shadow the Hedgehog jump scare, because that's my wallpaper right now. Let me get the dev blog up on the screen, and we shall talk about it. I need a link to it, though. Hang on. I've just realized I don't have a link to the dev blog. That might have been useful about 20 minutes ago. Shit. There we go. There we go. And let's just change my screen so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Dev blog. There we go. There we go. You're a colourful bunch. Yeah, there you go. All right, boom. There we are. There we are. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the dev blog. Let's put some music on in the background. Hang on. Let's put some Sonic Unleashed music in the background. Nice and quiet. There you go. That's nice. Nice soothing music. We love soothing music here in the Red Archer live chat. Bloody hell, then, actually, with the 1,000 bits. Holy shit. Thank you very much. And Twitch added 100 bits to it. Sheesh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's have a bit of a look over this and just recap in case you haven't seen the video, which go watch. It's doing really... Actually, let me just check how many views it's pulling, because the video on the armor system today is doing much better than any video I've put up in a long time. Let me see where we're at on it. 11.1 thousand views in not even 5 hours. That's fucking nuts. Thank you all who's watched that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. If you haven't yet subscribed on YouTube, please do. Again, trying to get to 40k subs. I appreciate it. Okay. And we're level 3 on the Twitch hype train. 4 minutes. Can we get up there with any more subs or Or bits. That'd be cool. That'd be very, very cool. That'd be cool. So, so if you want an explanation, let's just give a ground level explanation to anyone who doesn't know what's going on, and then we'll get into details, and you guys can give me questions, and we'll talk about it all. So, the Armour 2.0 system, what they're going to do is, instead of giving you set armor with set numbers of plates that are of particular types, so 1, 2, 3, 4 chunk normal armor or 2 chunk adaptive, they're going to give you 4 frames, so you go either you have a 1 chunk frame, a 2 chunk frame, a 3 chunk frame, or a 4 chunk frame, and you choose the chunks that go into them. So it can be all one type, it could be some of another, it could be one of each, it can be whatever you want. And you have 3 different types of plates, which are, here we go, normal, adaptive, and shield. Now, normal and adaptive we've seen in Payday 3 already. Normal are the current ones. You take damage, and most of the time you lose them. You lose the damage permanently, and you don't manage to get it back. Sometimes you'll take what's called trauma damage, and you'll see a little flashing red bar. And if you don't take damage for a couple of seconds, that will go back up in your armor. You'll get a bit extra on top. That's it. Adaptive, the way adaptive works, is it doesn't matter how much damage you've taken on the chunk, as long as the chunk is still at least a tiny bit intact. If you don't take damage for a little bit, that whole chunk will replenish itself. If the chunk breaks, you can't get it back. You have to pick up an armor plate or if you have no armor, an armor repair kit to get 1 plate with the right skill. Shield, this is the new one, and this works like Payday 2's armor, whether it's partially damaged or completely broken, whatever it may be, after the regeneration time, it will come back in full. It's just like Payday 2's armor. Now, the way it works is, for every one of these plates you add into the armor system, the time it takes for the regeneration to start, I think it's instantaneous, so the regeneration to occur, basically, is increased by these amounts. So for every shield plate you have, it's an extra 3 seconds regen time. For every adaptive plate, it's 2 seconds regen time. For every normal, it's 1.5 seconds regen time.
Keep fixing. We need enough for breakfast.
Ooh!
I've been around since the console update videos and thought I'd drop a super chat for you, lad. You're the goat.
Oh, thank you, C-Train. That's lovely of you. Thank you for the £5 super chat. I just realised my Twitch alerts were off and turned them on just in time. So thank you. I really appreciate that, dude. That's lovely of you. 2 minutes left on the Twitch hype train as well. Any chance we can get up another tier there? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Okay. So, if you want any more information on that, as you can see here, when you have a normal plate, you have a 30% damage reduction for normal plates.
All donations gratefully.
Oh, and with the $10. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, mate.
Pennies,
I appreciate that.
pounds, anything you got. Keep fixing. We need enough for breakfast.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. Yeah, with normal, you have a 30% damage reduction. So any hit you take while you're currently on a normal armor plate, that will reduce your damage by 30%. You'll only take 70% of the hit. If it's an adaptive, you'll take 90% of the hit. You negate 10% of it. If it's shield, you take the full hit the full time, which is a good way to compensate for always being able to regenerate the chunk back, I feel, personally. Eagle with the follow, thank you very much. And as you can see, special properties it explains. So percentage of damage taken is applied as permanent trauma damage for normal. Fully regenerates as long as the chunk hasn't broken for adaptive. Fully regenerates even if it's broken for shield. So you can see those differences there. Manky Bones with the 100 bits. Thank you very, very much. Why haven't Twitch backed that up? Selfish people. Come on, Twitch. Come on. 1 minute left on the hype train. Any gift subs or bits to get us over to level 4? That'd be really cool. So, you choose the plates you go, and you choose them in a particular armor type. 1 chunk armor, 2 chunks, 3 chunks, and 4 chunks. And you choose how many chunks you have, what chunks you put in, and that therefore impacts how long it takes for the armor to regenerate, how many downs you have in your gameplay, all that stuff. T-Time and Toby gifting a sub to Joachim. Thank you very, very much. It's lovely of you. So you can see that there's some flexibility and versatility here in this. So, for example, well, actually, no, let's not do examples just yet. There are examples below. What you can see is, depending on the number of chunks you have in your armor, that will impact some key properties to do with the armor as well. So, if you have 1 chunk, you don't have any speed penalty, but you get a special ability where first aid kits you pick up will replenish an extra 20 health points. If you remember, your base health is 100. With Fortitude, I think it can go up to 200. So, that's cool. I got a hype chest on Twitch. What is that? I got a gift for you emote. That's cool. Thanks, Twitch. And thank you for getting us to level 3 hype train. Very cool, folks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, yeah, you get 100 extra 20 health on top of that. 130 with Fortitude. Oh, really? Extra 130. My bad. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So, basically, it's giving you a good chunk of health regardless. You can only carry 20% less max ammo, though, so you only have 80% of your maximum ammo. Don't know how that combines with skills to increase your ammo. I'm not sure how that would work, which one's applied first. Because mathematically, I don't want to go too mathsy on you all, but if you take 20% off of an amount, and then you add 20% of that amount back on, that's not just undoing it. Like, there's a bit of a difference there. For example,
what's the point in having
Isathelios first with the one gift, Twitch gift sub, thank you very much. I'll give you a very brief maths example. Bear with me on this, folks, because I can actually use my mastery, and it's nice for it to come in handy. If you find 80% of 100, or sorry, to make it even easier, if you take 20% off of 100, 20% of 100 is 20. So if you take 20% off, you've got 80 left. If I then want to add 20% back on, I'm finding 20% of the new amount, so 20% of 80, and that's 16. So when I add that on, it becomes 96. So what I'm saying is, depending on how they apply it, even the skill might not be enough to counter it. It might still mean you have slightly less ammo. I don't know. So it would be good for them to clarify that so we know. It's not a big difference. I mean, you think about it, 100 versus 96. It's negligible, but it's interesting. Could be the other way. They could add 20% on and then get to 120 and then take 20% of that off. And that would be... Oh, that would take us to 96 as well. Ha! Either way, it takes you to 96. Intriguing. Whatever. So either way, you can counter it with a skill is my point. You can counter it with a skill. So that's that. You also can carry 4 consumable slots. Going to 2 chunks, you then have a light speed penalty. And the passive ability this time, if you have a tool in your loadout, you start the heist with 1 additional tool of that type. This is applied before the extra pocket skill. So those are your ECM jammers, your portable cameras, your other ones. You know what I'm talking about, trip lasers, things like that. So they're your tools, and you will get 1 extra one. Doesn't matter how many there are at base, it's just 1 more of them on top of them. After that, if you have the extra pocket skill, that will give you even more. So this is the thing to remember, extra pockets gives you 50% more tools. So if you currently bringing 1 ECM jammer in, 50% of 1 is a half, but the game also rounds it up to 1, so you at least get something extra. So you'd have 2 ECM jammers. Now with this skill, if you bring 2 chunk armor, and you bring an ECM jammer, and you bring deep pockets, you'd have 1 ECM jammer, you'd get an extra one for wearing 2 chunk armor, and then extra pockets would apply the 50%, and 50% of 2 is 1, so 2 plus 1 gives you 3. So you'd have 3 ECM jammers. And that's one thing I was saying in my video earlier, is that my stealth build, you probably saw a bit of it in gameplay when I wasn't completely sucking ass, but my stealth build thrives upon having ECM jammers that can take out cameras permanently, as well as camera loops, combining the 2 of them.
Is a machine that goes.
As a follow from Jovial on Twitch, Jovial Mask Salesman, thank you. So, as you can see now, instead of having 2 ECMs to disable cams and 3 loops, I'll have 3 ECMs to disable cameras and 3 loops. So as long as Cerberus Core isn't an active modifier in whatever heist I'm playing, I can take down 6 cameras on my own. That's insane. That is cracked. So, intriguing, very intriguing. I feel like, you know, with Starbreeze talking about making a harder difficulty, which I think they're still going to do in year 2, it's my assumption. Something like Cerberus Core could be applied permanently and then it'll counter things like this. And then on very hard and overkill, if Cerberus Core isn't active, fine, it's a bit more cracked, but on the new difficulty, fine, you know, something extra. 3 chunks. If you have no throwable for 10 seconds, you automatically replenish 1 throwable. Medium speed penalty, an extra 20% max ammo capacity, and you can only carry 2 consumables. I imagine all of these will be increased by 2 if you have the skill, by the way. So you'd have 6, 5, 4, 4. So, I've seen a bit of debate on this one, especially in the Payday Discord. I know people don't like the Payday Discord because people are a bit argumentative in there sometimes. There are good people in there. I was having a look earlier and just having a bit of a chat with people. But I did see some arguments that this is a little bit overpowered, possibly, for an armor chunk, and it might make people want to go 3 chunks more than any other. I think it's possible. What I actually would do with something like this to me feels more like a skill. This should be a skill rather than a bonus of armor. It's a cool idea, but I'd love it as a skill in game where it's, if you don't have a throwable for 30 seconds, you get a throwable. That could be cool. That could be really cool. But yes, as the Ozios just said in Twitch chat, you have Frugal Thrower and Scrounger. Their skills already allow you to replenish throwables, so it's not game breaking. If it stays like that, I don't think it minds. I don't think it matters. I really don't. On top of that, you don't get more than 1 throwable. You only ever have 1 on you. It works more for smoke grenades, because I think I heard they last 14 seconds. So you can get them back quicker than they run out. So that could be a bit cracked there. I don't know. I don't know. Aquamike on YouTube just said, why? Overkill is just fine. We don't need another difficulty. I agree. I would much rather they just work with the current difficulties. But I think the balance has been a bit too tilted over now. And they want to just make a new difficulty. My fear, and I've said this before, is I'm scared that's going to open a door they're unable to close. like with Payday 2. They add a difficulty, they add a difficulty, they add a difficulty, they add a modifier, that becomes its own difficulty, and then it's not its own difficulty. It's chaos. I don't want there to be another 6, 7 difficulties in this game again. It just gets too confusing. I think 4 is enough, but if you're adding one more, I really hope it's the last one, and then they have to balance around it, in my opinion. They have to balance around it. I just wouldn't want it getting more complicated. Anyway, last option is 4 chunk armor. You get a heavy speed penalty, and then your bonus for this one is using armor repair kit or armor bag prevents all armor damage for 3 seconds, and you get plus 40% max ammo capacity. Really good bonus. Maybe less useful for shield players, but I suppose... I don't actually know if you used an armor bag on a shield player, whether you get one shield plate back or all of them back if you picked up a plate. That's an interesting debate that's not been mentioned. That could be intriguing. Huh. I don't know. Anyway, plus 40% max ammo capacity, like I said, 2 consumable slots. You'll also notice that there's a regen time of 0 seconds and 6 downs for all of these, because these are your basic starting point. Your regen time for your armor starts at 0 and it increases based on the number of plates that you add in. So if you go 1 chunk and a normal, you've got a 1.5 second regen time. If you go 2 chunks and they're both adaptive, you've got a 4 second regen time. If you've got 3 chunks and it's an adaptive and 2 shields, you've got 2, 3, 3, you've got 8 seconds regen time, and so on.
Is a machine.
So, the regen times, thank you very much, Anonymous Shooter, for the follow. Ooh, that's a name. So if you want your minimum and your maximums, the smallest regeneration time you can have is 1.5 seconds for 1 chunk of normal. The longest you can have is 12 seconds for 4 chunks of shield. So your armor regen time will vary anywhere between 1.5 and 12 seconds. So, my brain is breaking, said Tea Time with Toby. Can you explain it like I'm 6? Can you say armor? Armor. Can you say chunks? Chunks. Armor plus chunks. Can you say variety? Variety. There you go. Hope that helps. Sorry, I really didn't know. I teach high school kids, okay? I'm not a primary school teacher. I'm not trained in that. I'm not trained. But yeah, so what I'm trying to illustrate is there's a lot of variety here. And so now, you'll get bonuses for bringing different types of armor chunks. And on top of that, different abilities for your armor based on the plates you bring. And it allows you to have a lot of... I'm feeling in the chat. I just clapped at my screen like a baby watching a sensory video. Fair enough. Can you explain it to me like I'm still in the womb? Oh, wow, they're kicking. When's the due date? What is this stream? Yeah, so we've gone over this stuff. The one thing to point out, and this is my opinion, and actually, here's a chance to get your thoughts, folks. Let's see if you agree or disagree with me, because I don't mind either way. This point, I had a chat with Starbreeze and asked them to put this in, because I felt like it was important to clarify this. The effect of skills is added after your armor. Now, what is this talking about? As it says here, you start with 6 downs no matter what you bring along. The number of downs you have after that is then changed based on the number of chunks and the type of chunk. For every normal armor chunk, you lose a down. So basically, you'll never have 6 downs at base. With a skill to increase it, you could have 6 if you bring 1 chunk of normal. Because 1 chunk of normal, you'd have 6 minus 1 to lose one of the down for having one of the normal plates. There's a skill to increase it by 1 again, so you could get up to 6 if you wanted. But depending on how this works, if you go, for example, 4 chunks of shield, you're losing 8 downs on a current 6, which gives you minus 2 downs. Now, obviously, you can't have a negative number of downs. Start in custody? I don't know how that would work. But what they're going to do in the game is if you have a number below 1 for the number of downs you have, you will automatically be given 1 free down when you play. And that's it. Now, my question to Starbreeze was, what about the skill that increases your downs by 1? You get 1 additional down. What are you going to do about that? Are you going to apply it during the calculation or afterwards? And here's what they've said. Downs can go into the negatives. If your armor setup puts you at minus 2 downs, the minimum number of downs is 1. Adding a skill to give you plus 1 down will put you at minus 1 downs, meaning you'll still have 1 down. So what this means, in case you don't understand this, because I think it might take a second to get your head around it, there were 2 ways they could have used this skill. Either you get down to, for example, minus 2 downs, the skill takes you up to minus 1, it's still not enough, the skill hasn't made a difference, you've got 1 down. Or, it doesn't matter what number of downs you're at, even if the minus 2s take you down to, the minus 2s take you down to minus 2 downs, the game rounds you back up to 1, and then the skill gets applied and you've got 2 downs. I said, which way is it going to work? It's the former. So there is a possibility that you could bring the skill to get an extra down, and it becomes obsolete because you've got so many shield plates or adaptive plates that you can't use it. Now, I don't personally like that. That's my opinion. I look at it as though it's like 1 down in Payday 2. When you play 1 down in Payday 2, you could bring a skill along to increase your downs by 1, and you could play with 2 downs. And I thought that was cool. I thought this was really cool. But in this now, if you have low enough downs, a skill won't change that, and it'll be a waste of a point. I think that's a shame, rendering a skill obsolete in certain circumstances, but as I've said, it's rare. Like, if you bring, for example, 2 chunks of shield, you'll still have 2 downs, and a skill will increase it to 3. So the skill will still be useful, it just won't work in every single time, which I think is a shame. You know, I think that's a real shame. Also, you can get your downs back from using a medic bag. People forget to think that is true. That is very true. You make a very good point there. Let's change the music. Just go for the night version of the music. There we go. There we go. But yeah, so I don't personally love that, but if you guys like it, that's fine. It's whatever. Again, it's a tiny nitpick in a great system. It's not that deep. It's genuinely not that deep, so I don't really care. Okay, so there's a few examples that show you how this works. I don't think I need to go over this too much. I did it in the video, but it basically gives you an idea of, like, you know, regen times based on the types of armor you bring along, the number of downs you'll have, things like that. So you can see how it will change. Even here, you know, you got 3 chunk armor. This particular layout gives you 2 downs. This particular layout gives you 1 down. This particular layout gives you 1 down. This particular layout gives you 4 downs. You know, there's a difference here. There's things you can work with, and that's cool. That's cool. For me, what my biggest takeaway from this, for myself, is the shield armor. I really want to see Payday 2 armor come back into this game, and they've done it in a really good way, at least conceptually. My question is not going to be what plates I bring along. My question is going to be how many. Like, what's going to be the optimum amount of shield plates to bring when you compare how much damage you need the armor to sustain versus how long you need to recharge before you get back into a firefight. It might be bringing 4 shield plates is not enough. You know what I mean? It's too much. And you'll take a good chunk of hits, you can tank a lot, but when you're taking cover trying to heal back, it takes too long and you're sitting around waiting. Maybe 2 or 3 plates is better. Maybe bringing 2 shields is enough because you take enough hits that you can then take cover and let it regen and get back in the firefight. Maybe that will work better, who knows? And also, other ways to combine maybe 1 shield plate with a fortitude build. I think there could be. There's some, like, the thing I love the most about this is it's not just which plates you bring along, it's how many. Not just what you choose, but the frequency. Both will impact your playstyle. That's why I really like this system and the variety that it offers. I think it's really, really cool. So I will keep singing its praises. I think it's bloody fantastic. So that's my overall kind of breakdown of it again on stream. If you have questions, let me know and I will answer them. But let's go back to the game. Let's go back to the game. Oh, I need a controller for the game. Yes, I do. I know I do. I know I do. All right. Okay. Let's continue. Let's proceed. Let's do another solo stealth with a bit more of a chat. Okay, so I'll just stick to solo stealth for today, I think, while I'm getting used to the whole multi-streaming thing and chatting to you all. Once I'm a bit more settled in this, I might be able to do the more hardcore gaming better, but not yet. Not yet. I'm not confident enough. Do you know what? Let's just do no rest for the wicked. We can do that. Keep it on hard because I'm a scaredy cat. And we don't need anything. Maybe the additional. Let's get the additional loot secure point. Why not? Why not? Let's be a gamer. Alright.
The bank's vault is brimming with cash, waiting to be transported out of there.
So is Payday 3 back then, Troy? Says Bus Driver on YouTube. Well, these changes don't come until December, so we've got a bit of a wait, unfortunately. But I think it's also just good to get an idea of something that's happening after October. I know there was a little bit of unrest for people saying, you know, why doesn't the roadmap go past October? Which I thought was silly anyway, mainly because, you know, Payday 3 is already confirmed to be getting support until March 2025. So we know it's still going to get updates till then. So just because the roadmap only went up to October didn't mean there was going to be any kind of problem. But I think even just to put people's minds at ease, it is nice to see that, you know, brain no worky, brains shutty offy. It's nice to see that, you know, they're giving us evidence that stuff is coming. You know, that's a net win. That's a net win. Fancy said, I think people need to remember that Payday 2 launched mid as well and they can bounce back. They can, however, I think into like today's gaming economy, I've talked a bit about this before in the past, but, you know, in 2013, we didn't live forgive me for saying the meme, we didn't live in a society where people would watch TikToks with Subway Surfers gameplay on the top because they couldn't focus enough on what was being said on the bottom of the screen. You know? Attention spans are shorter than they've ever been, I feel like, online. And, you know, just because you say Payday 2 was mid and that bounced back, I think people were more patient back then. If something doesn't capture your interest quickly in today's economy, then you've immediately lost. So I think it's harder and a more uphill battle to fight in this situation than it was with Payday 2.
Computer's unlocked.
That's how I see it. C-Train saying, I don't see the armor system being a deal breaker for me. It's still a better system overall. Why would you... Have you seen people saying it's a deal breaker? I haven't seen a single person say this change sucks. I've seen some points and critiques for it, yeah. But I've not seen anyone go, this is shit. What was the colour? I think it was white. We're going to guess. Let's guess and see if it goes wrong. It was white. My memory's not as bad as I thought. Let's go.
We need to grab one of the executives. They should be reasonably easy to identify. Just look for the fancy-looking employees.
Let's take out the cams. On this heist, I think it's a good idea. Why so serious, Troy? Because they tried to nerf my ammo funnel. That's why I'm so serious.
It's showtime.
You want to know how I got this funnel for my ammo? My father was a Payday 3 developer. Alright, SAJ on YouTube, how many total skill points do you acquire through level 150? 28 skill points, but you get the maximum one at level 100. So you only need to be level 100 to get the most skill points.
Get off the line.
Get off the line! Get off! He's a New Yorker. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us! I need a fucking executive. Alright? I don't know why I've gone Australian. We need a fucking executive. I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna grab him by the balls, and I'm gonna make him come and fucking scan his eyeballs. Oh shit, I've been spotted, mates. Oh fuck, that's not good, is it? Get on the floor, mate. Get on the floor.
Hello?
Payday 3's greatest points are definitely the animations of map/heist, says VIVT in the chat.
Trust me.
The animations definitely, like, if there's one team that has delivered over and over again, sorry, 2 teams. There are 2 teams, to me, that have done the best consistently throughout the game, through thick and thin. One of them is the music, Gustavo Kuchimio. I know some people prefer Simon Vickland. You're entitled to your opinion. I absolutely love Gustavo's soundtrack. I don't think he's missed once, even in Payday 2. The other is the animation team. Those guys cook up some absolute masterpieces of animations. And you can't sing their praises enough, in my opinion. Hello, bitch. Sorry, I need your eyeballs. Come here. Do you think we'll get a skills rework? I love a comeback of perk. I would love a comeback of perk decks and skills from Payday 2. Says oh, let's see if I can read your name, YouTube. Alaniumacity. Alaniumacity. Is that it? There you go. That was a real senior moment for me then. I don't.
Get it open. Stay quiet.
I don't think Payday 3 right now needs perk decks. I think the only time they might need perk decks is dependent on if they do a skills overhaul. Because what you gotta remember is, if they do overhaul the skills, it may create a hole for perk decks to exist. It might. It might. But as a blanket tentative statement right now, I would say we don't need perk decks. But a skills overhaul, sorely needed. I was talking a bit about this earlier. I know there are people who really like Payday 3's skill system. They do exist. But I think, unfortunately, that's a minority of people. And I was talking about this earlier, but I think, as Payday fans, sometimes we have to remember that this is a very community-driven game, and you have to remember that the majority should rule in a game like this. Payday thrives in the interaction between the community and developers, and if we break that down by being at each other's throats over changes where, really, we should just trust whatever's the most popular choice, then, you know, we're falling at the first hurdle. It doesn't do anyone any favors, you know? Alright, let's activate the ECM jammers. And boop, here we go. Oh. Get all the die packs diffused, come on. There we go, beautiful. Beautiful. So glad they added that feature. Good stuff. Alright. Alright, cool.
I'll take that.
I wonder how it would work if you do say normal shield, Trunk, said Game Freak. Yeah, because the thing is, shield auto regenerates, but if it's tucked away behind another armor plate in the order, how does that regen? I don't actually know. I'm genuinely intrigued. It's not something that's been explained, and I'm not entirely sure. So, we'll see, I guess. We'll see. Payday 3 skill system offers some fun choices, but my problem with it is it's really confusing and unintuitive when you're not familiar with it. A lot of my friends that got into the game recently still struggle while deciphering it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Jovial on Twitch. I was reading your message, I was trying to guess in the corner of my eye when to press the button. See, look at that. Wham, look at that. Wham, look at that. Wham. He's a gamer. He's a real gamer. Once in the blue moon. Gemma's make die pack slower since when? That was added about maybe 6 months ago. Something like that. I don't know. It was a while ago. It's mainly because it was a complaint I made a lot, was that solo players should not be, like, at a disadvantage. And it's like, I did have some people coming into my comments being like, I can defuse all 8 with no problem. And I was like, fucking good for you. What are you on? Acid? Like, how are you managing this? Like, it was not easy enough to do. Like, I managed 5 or 6, but 8, no. No. So giving you the option to extend it with an ECM jammer is great. I think it's really good. Just going to say the moment perk decks come back, if they do, is the moment the balance dies, says Leozio. I think that's a blanket statement, but like I said, I don't think we need them right now, personally. Don't you wish you had crime bots to mule your loot, said Mr. Flake on YouTube? Yes, I do. That's what's funny, you know, like, there's been a bit of, like competition, controversy, whatever, about, you know, promoting crime boss to the Payday 3. Oh, he's a Starbreeze partner. Should he really be talking about crime boss? I said this earlier. Like, more heisting games are good. And I think it's really interesting to see what things each game can learn from each other. Like, for me, I prefer the gunplay in Payday 3. But I think a lot of the stealth features... I love the stealth features in both games. I don't think really they can improve much in either direction because they're you know, own unique attitudes. But the AI and the way the AI is handled in Crime Boss is so much better than Payday 3 for me. Instructing AI to pick up bags, auto-take them to the vans, things like that. That is so cool. I highly doubt they'll ever change that for Payday 3. It just doesn't feel like something they do in a Payday game. But man, if they did, it'd be cool. It would be cool. Alright. Let's go. Let's try and secure the bags in the back, around the back. Let's go. Let's take it around the back, chat, you know. There we go. May as well take out that guy.
Yeah, so listen. I know a tailor, and he can get us a good deal on some new uniforms. I can't keep wearing polyester all day, you know? I feel like it clashes with my character, if you know what I'm saying.
Can I not just... I want to put the body through the window. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Hang on. This is for science, chat. Wait, what if... Game theory. Game theory. What if I try and put his head through the wall? Fuck it, I don't care enough. On the floor, people. There we go. Alright. Alright, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's saying? Hark the Stormer on YouTube. I think the biggest change the game needs immediately after these menu and armor changes is to allow console players to read PC players' chat and vote kick. See, I hope console text chat is included under the VoIP label, Voice over Internet Protocol, because that's like voice chat in-game, but I hope that that includes console text chat too. I don't know if it does, but I really hope that it does. Might as well smash these windows, right? Just leap through. Rot-row. 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 Ruh-roh, Raggy! Like, that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick! I'm in trouble. Aren't I always?
Not to freak you out or anything, but your doctor called, and he thinks there are...
I hate how I keep messing these things up. I'm a bit of a goofy goober, you might say.
Follow me.
Let's just bring... Can I bring everyone into the corner? Will that work?
Hands where I can see. Follow me.
I just want to get the bag secured and not panic too much, you know? I don't know.
Get down, don't move.
But yeah, so hopefully we get console text chat. That's an important thing. That's it, you go inside them.
Follow me.
That's a sentence I just said. Okay. Fun thing about Dev Update earlier was the second civilian got destroyed by a minigun. Yeah, they seem to be enjoying killing civilians with that minigun. Starbreeze are going a bit crazy, you know? They're feeling way too crazy right now. Alright. Hang on, is it going to do the shit that it did before where, like, the dumpster closes after a certain amount of bags? I hope not. You better not do that, game. I'm gonna get very sad if you do. You bitch. Okay, you didn't. Good. I think it does it after 8 bags, right? Which is still silly. It should let you take all 10 bags. It's a bit goofy. It's a bit goofy, bit silly, bit stupid. But, you know, we move. Alright. You just melee the civ down. I know. Sometimes I like to actually tell them. I like to be commanding. Yeah, see? Like, why not keep it open? Why do you have to shut after 8 bags? That don't make no damn sense. It's very goofy, very silly, very strange. Alright. Let's roll, gamers. See you around like a donut, Carl. Alright. Are we clear? There we go. Boom.
Yeah, that was lit.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that.
That was a textbook example.
I like the San Andreas quote, Leozio. I know you blind, but you gotta see this. That is such an out-of-pocket line. Oh my god. San Andreas' dialogue just hits different for real. Just hits different. Oh. I appreciate your input, but please, fuck off. It's great. I love it. I love that dialogue. I am Bread. Oh, I saw you in the Discord earlier, in Payday's Discord. Hello, on YouTube. What's your opinion on the current difficulties in Payday 3? I think they've gotten a little bit too easy, for sure. I think there's still a bit of challenge to overkill, but nowhere near as much as there should be. And I think it's a shame that Starbreeze, I think, are more focused on making a new difficulty, potentially, than just rebalancing now. But as long as they only add one more difficulty and don't go crazy beyond that, I won't have many complaints. Personally. I'm gonna head off the stream. Take care, chaps. Thanks for hanging out, C-Train. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But yeah, there you go. Alright. Oh. Stormy Pegs on Twitch, can I ask a favour? Could you please check your Twitter for a post about the armour posted by Johan Stormy? Let me have a look. Here you are. I think having weight-based armour chunks instead of armour frames would work better and create more unique builds because of it. Oh, you come up with a bit of an idea for a suggestion. Best place... Ooh, where's the best place to put that? Maybe send it to one of the Starbreeze staff in the Discord. Just give them a little bit of a suggestion, see if they take anything from it. Ideas like that are really cool. Definitely. Share it around. I'll drop a like on it. Share it to a Starbreeze dev, though. Probably the best way to do it. Yeah. Okay. Let's do... Should we do one more heist? Should we do one more heist? Let's do one more heist. What heist shall we do? What should we do?
There's a lot of cash.
Diamond District? Let's keep it easy. Let's keep it easy. I'm a little wimp. I'm a little wimpy crybaby. Little wimpy crybaby. Kret says, thoughts on a Payday themed subway surfers, another brain rot being in loading screen.
Would you look at that? All those
Oh, like concept? No.
I say we go
No.
for a shopping.
Oh wait, in Payday 3 or in subway servers? I'm confused. Hang on, where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. That's where I am. Okay. I was so confused for a second then. Okay.
Make sure to scope out the area.
I will, Shade. Thank you very much for the suggestion.
Then it's time to get what we came for.
And time to get what we came for. Bitch!
This is one of the largest diamond disc. Twitch has parked the van in the alley. Get over there.
This is one of the largest diamond dis. Dis what? What's a dis, Shade? What's a dis? Disc nuts. Oh, fuck off, man. Oh.
Is a machine that goes.
Two of you in Twitch chat doing it at the same time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Damn it. I still don't get this weird patch in the wall. I know it's like where something could spawn in, but man, strange shadows. Thank you, Psycho Chick, for the follow on Twitch. That's one hell of a name. I guess we do in circles now, huh? Alright, let's try and find the scanner. Let's try and find the scanner, folks. You never know. It might be in one of these rooms. It might not be. Could be anywhere. Gotta keep an eye out for it. Alright, folks. We're moving in. Oh, fuck. I need a QR code. I don't have one of them. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I know. I'll go through the garage. Because I'm a gamer. That's what gamers do. They go through the fucking garage. Whoop! Okay, is it in here? No, it is not. Well, that is rather unfortunate, isn't it, chat? But at least there's not a camera. Oh, hello. Hello, you. Ooh, I want you to open that thing, but you're going to be a pain in the arse. Let's go to the other jewelry store across the way here first.
Well, there's probably something in there worth the effort.
Ruh-roh, Raggy!
You're not allowed in here.
Whoa, what are we saying? No, in Payday 3, the loading screens are so long, we need some ADHD stimulation, said Cress. Oh. Hey, look, I'm pretty convinced that I've got some form of ADHD. I wouldn't mind some stimulation, but I think I'd rather they just have faster loading screens than giving us a fucking minigame while the game's loading. You asked me to choose, that's what I'd be choosing. Where is the fucking bag scanner? Bruh! Must be in the other big store. Whatever the giant one is. With this ring, is it? It must be in there. Fuck's sake. Why is it always in the last place, you bloody look? Fucking annoying that is. Bastards. Fair point, Loki. There you go. I'm glad we could come to an understanding. Why am I turning into a chicken? I don't know.
Run the bags through the multi-tag scanner, and you'll be able to get a better sale price.
Greetings, Guardians.
Guard over there.
Guard over there. Watch out, there's a fucking guard.
It's showtime.
Fuck you. That probably wasn't the right call. Was it, Soul? Woo!
Everything all right over there?
Sorry. Just a little jumpy today. Heard there was a break-in last week, and now...
Yeah, more like a cake-in, am I right? What the fuck? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that fucking came from. Oh. Break-in? More like cake-in? Ah! That's called cow tipping. Alright. Okay, can't go through that. Ooh. Look at it. Oh, what? Really leaving me a lot of options there, I'll be honest with you. I kind of just had to make a move. I don't know, man.
What is it now?
Taking out the cams is probably a good
it's
idea, I feel
more
like.
than a little inappropriate that you're
What's your
always
favorite difficulty to
checking
play on,
up
Dustin
me?
Gray asks?
You crushing on
It
me or
varies.
something?
Overkill's really good for a challenge with like when you got a good coordinated team, it's not a problem. Very hard's a good sweet spot, I think. But I also like hard for casual gameplay, especially in stealth, because you have more pages. Like I'm not one of these people who's gonna be like, you have to play a particular difficulty, like it's the meta. No, just fucking play what you enjoy. If you enjoy a particular difficulty, more power to you. Don't let anyone else stop you. How the hell am I crossing this street? I know there's a thing over there, but like I'm gonna get spotted, aren't I? Oh no, never mind, I'm good. Oh, come on. Why can't I go onto this truck, man?
Smoke screen, huh? I like the way your mind works. That's one.
Whoo, that was close. Woo, mama. I gotta try and get across several times now with my fucking mask on. Bruh. Bruh. I honestly might just, like, secure the bags without scanning them. Maybe. I don't know.
Not to freak you out or anything, but your doctor called.
Do you play any instruments? Yeah, I play piano. I also have a guitar and a ukulele, and I've been trying to learn ukulele, but I've just not been consistent enough with it. I want to get good with both of them if I can. Because I also like singing. I've got like a little mini YouTube channel where I put a couple of cover songs up. Haven't put nearly as much up as I wanted to this year, which is my fault, but I want to learn some more like acoustic instruments so I can do more of that kind of stuff. I really enjoy it. Did I not just take the cameras out? Which ones did that get rid of? Bruh. Oh, the one in the vault must have been on a separate wiring. Right, okay. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake.
Follow me.
Come on. Do Blister in the Sun from Life is Strange True Colors. Hell yeah. Where are my Life is Strange fans at the chat? Where the Life is Strange fans at? There very well may be a Life is Strange video coming when Double Exposure comes out. It's entirely feasible.
Hands where I can see them.
Guns blazing it is. A classic smash and grab.
Shit, there goes our cover. Gonna scram.
The cage is on its way. But it will be a bit before Bile makes it over here.
Do you ever just sit back and think, wow, you're a fucking melon? Did I really just do that? Did I really just do that? Am I that fucking stupid? Apparently. Apparently I am. Oh my god. Oh. Or maybe the scanner will be in a different place this time and I won't cock it up. Maybe this will be a blessing in disguise. Who knows? Oh, that was stupid. That was so stupid. That was so dumb. How did I manage that? Let's not talk about it. Alright, is it in here this time? No, it's not!
I'd say it's time to start stealing.
Yeah, shade on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. Shimon! Piss off.
Did you know that roughly 90% of all diamonds in the US go through New York? That's a pretty big number.
Did you know that 5% of all men? Bet you didn't know that. I bet you guys didn't know that.
Take the bagged up loot to the van. Twitch is parked in the alley.
What's that?
Is a machine that goes.
Lock the guard out. There we go. It's a machine that goes ding. Thanks for follow, Woxley. Kretz for YouTube said I tuned into my first Red Archer live stream to witness absolute cinema. This is what you get when you watch me stream, man. I think I will try and multi-stream on both platforms going forward. I think like the internet quality's held up. I figured it would. I've got really good internet, but I was still slightly worried something would cock up. But it seems like it's all fine. So I'm really glad. So I will definitely do more streams on here. Alright, so if I combine the loot from this jewelry store and the one opposite, that should be enough. Should be enough to get out. That's the plan. Oh yeah, one bag's 30%. Sheesh. Friggin' hell yeah, that's fine. Hell yeah! Alright, let's figure out the codes for this room. First off, not taking any chances with you, bitch. Alright, so we need to find some codes. Right, let's figure out what the numbers are. We need something to do with 1, 2, 7, and 0. Is the one on there? 1072. Look at that. 1072. That's one open. Let's get some more rush. There we go. We now want a code that involves just 4 and 7. Is the one on the board there? No. Is there one on here? No. 4 and 7. 4 and 7. Where else are the codes? Where else are the codes? Some in one of these, isn't there? 4 and 7. 4 and 7. 4 and 7. 4 and 7. Oh, it's not that one either. Where else can you get codes? On the counter to the safe. That's the other one. Yeah, thank you, Cobra on Twitch. Ranfil in YouTube chat asks, what do you think about Little Guy G being in Star Wars Entertainment? Yeah, I realize I've not talked about that. That was a fucking shock. I couldn't believe that. We found out one day before, or I found out, I should say. He might have told some of the partners and not told me. I don't know. I wouldn't presume. But I found out a day before it was announced. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm happy for the dude. I'm really happy for him. Like, he clearly has a lot of passion for doing, like, cinematics and stuff. And I'm really happy for him. If that's what he wants to do and he's happy doing it, then I say fucking good shit. Good on the guy. 7747. And I think also in some ways, you know, he's getting a good consistent income, assumedly a good consistent income. And it also, I think, from his perspective, from someone who, as he said, enjoys more doing the fuck. I too enjoy doing the fuck. As someone who enjoys doing, like, the musical content that he keeps saying about, he loves doing those, like, music soundtrack videos and stuff like that. Like, it sounds to me like the perfect storm. Because he will be legally and or morally locked out of doing DLC review videos and things like that and teasing what's coming for the game, because as a staff member, he won't be able to do that, right? That means that when he has time to work on content for YouTube, he kind of always has to do the stuff he wants to do now, which I think is lovely. He works for a company he wants to work for a franchise he really cares about, and on top of that, the content he makes going forward will be always the stuff he wants to make. That's win-win. That's fucking class. I'm happy for him. I'm so sick of you. I'm going to.
You can't be in here.
I'm gonna jacket you. You know that jacket trailer? I'm gonna do that to you, you bitch.
I think you took a wrong turn.
I think you took a wrong turn in life.
Don't make this difficult. Just follow me.
Bitch. Just get that camera off the first thing. There we go.
Don't make this difficult.
Jacket him, not jack him. Jacket. The character. Jacket. Fuck's sake, Twitch chat. What's wrong with you? Y'all are too horny, I swear down. Swear down. Oh my gosh! Will you leave me alone? Please!
No sightseeing. Come on, I'll show you out.
Sightseeing? That's a nice sight.
Stay out of the restricted area.
That's 3.
Well, you all were just saying I was talking about people's asses in chat, so fuck it. Go on. I'll keep staring at the guards' asses. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. Can we just pretend this never happened? No? Okay. Alright. I guess I gotta follow him. I guess I gotta follow him.
Stay out of the restricted area.
What a bitch.
Got it?
How about you stay out of my face? Ah! Sorry. I'm such a fucking child. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so fucking sorry. Okay. Alright. Is the display case alarm down? Yes, it is. Have I got the bags from this area? Yes, I have. Has that guard just seen me again when I didn't want him to? Absolutely.
Here, don't move a muscle.
Fucking bitch!
Time to
Over there.
get down.
Everything all right over there?
Oh,
Hang on, sorry, let me just deal
did
with
I
this,
call
guys, don't
you?
worry.
I'm
Okay,
just
wait.
loving pretzels. Do you know who left them here? You're coming with me.
When you're getting better at stealth. Do you know what? I'm gonna say this now and everyone's gonna laugh. I honestly do think I'm a pretty decent stealth player. Honestly, it is... I for some reason, I'm just never as well focused on stream. When I'm playing for gameplay, I'm a lot better, but I feel like balancing talking to people and all that stuff, I'm just not good at it. I can't multitask. I suck. Did you... Oh, you did scan your eyes. Cool. Okay. Excuses. Yeah, I knew you'd fucking say that. I knew you'd say that, Fancy. God. Can't have shit in Detroit. For real. Aquamike on YouTube. Gotta ask, how is Gen Sex still in business? The same dumbasses with clown mouth. My life flashed before my eyes then. My life flashed before my eyes. I don't know why Gentech are still in business. It's kind of funny, isn't it?
Follow me.
Maybe they've got no operations in Washington? Question mark. I don't know. I don't know, my friend. It's crazy times. Are you not? Oh, you're a body. That's okay. You can be a dead body. That's fine. I consent to that. Don't worry, my friend. I haven't killed this bitch. Oh, hang on.
You over there.
Good morning. That just, oh, so much anxiety and trauma and heartache just
Sorry.
released there. Beautiful.
Heard
Absolutely, that was
break-in
so
last week, and
satisfying.
now I'm
That's
all
so
over the
satisfying.
place. They're not gonna
Oh.
get away with anything on my watch.
Oh,
You
best
better
part of the
believe
stream,
it.
that. Took care of the guard that was pissing me off. Prick. Alright. Skill the bag. What is this stream? I don't know. If you're enjoying it, we're probably going to come to an end shortly. So for the YouTube folks, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. You can support me by becoming a channel member. That's mainly for support. There won't be much in the way of perks. Like I said, I can't really arrange that very easily on a news channel. I need to think more about what I would do there. You can subscribe on Twitch and gift bits on Twitch or gift subs. But as I said, as one last call before the end of the stream, if you do want to support me via donating, that would be the best way to support me. You can do that via a link in the description or via the donate button on Twitch. Only if you're able to. Just watching the stream is genuinely enough. But I say it as I've been saying because, you know, monies are really a bit tight the next month or two. And donations would genuinely help, like, immediately. That's, like, the most immediate thing. Like, Twitch subs and that stuff will take a while to come through. Oh, thank you, Smasher, for the pound. I appreciate it. Any support when it was given me, any support I've already had, by the way, all day, I really appreciate it to all of you. Watching the video, donating, all that stuff. It's been really, I'm really thankful to you all. Thank you. How do you clean the jewelry? I can never find the cleaner machine, said Major Games on YouTube. That's because it changes location. It can be in this shop, it can be the one across the way, or it can be one across over that way, maybe two over there. There's at least 3 locations. I can't count them off the top of my head. But it does change every time, so keep an eye out for that. Now, how do I get up on the roof without being spotted? Because I think... Ooh, if I remember correctly, I didn't actually loot the vaults in here. So I may as well get a few extra bags. I'm not going to get all the loot, but I can get more of it, you know? Why not?
Don't make a sound.
Oh, thank you, Isaac Elias, for the £5 donation. That means a lot. Thank you.
Pounds, anything you got. Keep collecting.
Like I said, direct donation's best way.
For the hope of perks back.
Wait, what? What was that message? I didn't quite hear that. I should have muted the music. I'm so sorry. If you're in the chat, let me know what you... I'm assuming you're in the chat. Let me know what that message said. I didn't probably pick that up. Maybe my ears are not working properly. But yeah, donations come through immediately. Super chats and memberships and subs are all amazing, but they won't come through immediately either. So, best way is a donation if you can. I'm going downstairs with the gun out. Let's not do that. Oh, you want perk deck backs? Perk decks back? Fair enough. This is what I'm saying, right? People have different opinions, and that'll be an interesting one because we need to see what the majority of people think. Do the majority of people want perk decks back? Do they not? I wonder. Yeah, I came to check the vaults and then didn't check them. That's a classic Troy Red Archer Live ADHD not focusing moment. For the record, I've talked about this a bit extensively on my Twitch streams, but I have no official confirmation that I have ADHD, and I like to warn against online self-diagnosis. But it's one of those things where I have friends who have ADHD, I've looked up symptoms, and I know kind of myself that I'm a little bit hyper, and I'm kind of internally just fine knowing that that's probably what's going on. I don't feel like I need medication or something for it. I'm okay being a bit hyper and having my little hyper fixations, but it's one of those things where I just feel like I know it in my soul. I'm just a bit too hyper, you know? In fact, fun fact, because I said this in Payday Discord earlier and people didn't know, this might come as a shock to you. I don't script my videos. If you didn't know that, I don't script any of them. Well, that's a lie. I've done 3 or 4, maybe 5 video essays on this channel. They've been scripted. Nothing else has been. Maybe when I've had like a few bullet points to read off, like in the news videos, things like that, yeah. But actual writing scripts, no. Most of the time, I go, here's what I need to watch, here's what I need to say, turn the camera on, start speaking. And then if I mess something up, I'll retake it. If there's something in the video that doesn't need to be in there, I'll cut it out. And then just go. That's it. I am just... Sea Dog, one of the Starbreeze partners, nicknamed me in her Discord as the mayor of Yaptown. And it's probably a pretty good estimation of what I am. It's honestly a pretty good description. I am indeed the mayor of Yaptown. Alright. We could get more loot, but I feel like I've got a decent amount. I don't know if I want to risk it. I wish you could go around via a sewer. That would have been even cooler to get around.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. My doctor told me I had ADHD, but she didn't diagnose me officially because costs in the US would suck to deal with. That said Fabricate. Yeah, I can imagine. In the UK, it's not cost, it's waiting time. I have a friend who's been on the waiting list now for No, she's been on the waiting list for 2 years, but been told it's going to take 5 to 6 for her to get a diagnosis. And I'm like, if I don't feel like I need something to handle it, then why bother going through all that? You know what I mean? There's no point. I don't personally see it. You know? I don't see it. I don't see it myself. Right, folks. I think that's a good point to wrap. We had a nice two and a bit hours. Talked about some Payday news. Had a nice chat. And I'm glad to have connected with the YouTube audience again. I'm glad to have both of them on and multi-streaming. The main thing, like I said previously, was it was Streamlabs Ultra. And I can't afford that shit. I can't afford it, man. So having a free option is really cool. And I will keep using it. I think for the time being, what I will do is I will stream everything on both channels. So what I will say to YouTube folks is what I've said in Payday videos about non-Payday videos. If you see me streaming or making a video on something that's not Payday and you like hearing my angle on things, please do give it a shot. I know they won't perform as well, but I would appreciate people giving it a try. And even if you show up and go, do you know what? This isn't for me. That's fair. But I would ask that you at least give it a try if you're at least somewhat interested. I'd appreciate that. What will I stream? I don't know. I've been really inconsistent the last few weeks, and I apologize for that, especially now I'm multi-streaming. I'm going to try and do 2 or 3 streams a week. 3 streams a week would be a great goal. I'll see if I can keep to that. That'd be fab. But we'll just see where we go. We'll see where we go. So I'll come back one day next week. The thing is, my tutoring lessons at the minute, I've only got lessons on Mondays and Tuesdays, and they go a bit late, so I won't do a Monday, that's for sure. Maybe Tuesday will be the next stream, if not Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a weekender at some point. I don't know. I'm yapping. It's what I do. So, folks, I will wrap it up there. If you've enjoyed the stream on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And over on... idiot. I just got rid of the dock. I needed the dock. Do I press it to stop streaming? I think I do. I don't know. I think so. I'm going to have to figure out how I turn the stream off in a second. But yeah, if you're on YouTube, if you enjoyed the stream, click subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Anything to support me would be really, really cool. On Twitch, you can follow me. You can follow me on Twitter, though, and Instagram. On Twitch, there's the commands. On YouTube, I'll get those set up, don't worry. But Twitter and Instagram are both at RedArcherLive. I would greatly appreciate you going to follow me on there, especially Instagram. I'm trying to build up more followers on Instagram. It would be really cool to have you over. But on both, it'd be nice if you want to hear me yap and post about cool things. But yeah, for the YouTube audience, it will just end because I don't believe there is a raid function on YouTube. But on Twitch, there is. So let's have a look and see who's live. And I'll raid somebody. Who's live streaming something that I want to drop in on? Beecroft is streaming Black Myth Wukong. So we'll drop in on him on Twitch. And on YouTube, I don't know. Go and eat a cookie. You guys have earned it. You guys have earned it. Go and eat a cookie. Have it on me. You know? I tip my hat to you. So, thank you all for hanging out. Go and watch today's video if you haven't already seen it. I'd greatly appreciate it. Any support you've offered me today, previously, in the future, really means a lot. New era of multi-streaming. Let's get it. Let's get it, people. Let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. Right, I'll press the raid button, I'll stop the stream, and hopefully it will end on every platform. If you see me staring at the camera for a second, pretend you don't. I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with the multi-streaming to turn off, so let's find out. Bye, everyone!